We live, everybody. We live. We are live. We are live right now. Let's go. We are live, everybody. Alabama just beat the Vanderbilt Commodores. Big win by the guys today, man. I appreciate everybody coming in here. Let's go. Let's smash up the lights. Let's smash up the lights. Let's smash up the lights. Big win by Alabama. Big win. Very big win by Alabama, everybody. Come in here and smash up the light. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Amazing win by the Alabama Crimson Tide. Uh, they played tremendous today, man. A lot of stuff we still got to clean up, man, but woo. That was a tough one. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was just like, man, let's just get out of here with one of those saving drives and let's take it home, man. So it's just glad that we got out of there with the win, man. Everybody come on in, man. If you on X/Twitter, come on over here to YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Really, really appreciate it, man. Just appreciate everybody being in here, man. Y'all already know what time it is. We got more people coming to get a reactions to the game, man. It was a very, very big win by us. Very, very big win. My boy Travell up in here, he said, if Florida State lose, this would definitely be a good weekend for me. Oh, man, what you say? But yeah, man, this is why I say, man, you just can't just give up on 1 week, man. You gotta let stuff play out. You gotta let stuff play out and just let everybody play their game, man. Hopefully, everybody make their way over here quick, man, so we can talk about this game, man. I'm just ready to talk about this game. Who else we got up in here, man? Shout out to Big Bama up in here, KT, Sweet Home Bama 24. Larry Large up in the building. Dwight up in the building, man. Appreciate everybody being up in here, man. Like I said, man, if you're up in here, hit that like button for your boy, man. Hit that like button for your boy, man. Gonna have experts coming in here, giving a expert opinion with these coaches, man. And can't wait for them to come up in here, man. But instant reactions from this game, man. Alabama came ready, man, especially in the second half. Didn't allow 1 point. Didn't allow Pavia to get comfortable at all. Made him play off his game. You got to respect a guy like Pavia. But Johnny Foosball, take your bandwagon ass somewhere else. If y'all already know what I'm talking about, man. Old bandwagon Johnny Foosball. Tell him take his bandwagon ass somewhere else. That's why, man. Don't get caught up in the hype, man. Nobody can stand all that fan hopping. You just Mr. Overrated, Johnny Foosball. So yeah, man. Like I said, man, the guys are on their way up here, man. What was one impressive things that y'all seen, man? I'm really, really surprised that Pavia didn't score one touchdown. One touchdown. That is highly impressive. I am highly, highly impressed by that, man. So definitely impressed by that, man. To just see those guys go out there. Shout out to Keon Sabb, man, with that big time turnover in the red zone. That was a big time. Pick in the red zone, man. Just happy to see that he went out there. I wish Xavier would have got that. I wish Xavier would have got that interception to add another interception to him. But like I said, man, I respect Pavia and everything that he does, man. My beef that I have with anybody is Johnny Foosball. Because Johnny Foosball just talked too much for me and never done anything. But just his claim to fame is beating Alabama. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy on the internet. But the official stats for this game that I see. No, I lied. I'm sorry. Diego Pavia did score. He went 21 to 35, 198, one touchdown, one interception. Ty ended the game with 23 of 31, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Man. And Jam Miller closed it out with 136 yards and a touchdown. The running game came. They didn't give up on the running game. And I like how they just keep missing it in. But I'm willing to say that Ty Simpson right now, and I'm going to go out on a wing, is the best, playing the best football in college football at that quarterback position. Tell me where I'm lying at. Tell me where I'm lying at. This was a big game, man. Shout out to Nick, man, for the 199. Appreciate you, brother. He said, I'm very proud of the defense. Brother, yes, I am too. Very, very proud of that, man. And definitely, man, we needed this win. I'm going to have to drink something. And ladies and gentlemen, man, we got one of the experts up in here, one of the man, Mr. B2A Nation up in here, the president, the CEO, the man, Alabama A&M graduate and former running back, one of the most underrated people on these YouTube streets. Y'all already know who the man is. Without further ado, we can't wait to hear his perspective. And I think Alabama proved him wrong a little bit today on one thing in the second half. But I'm going to see, will he agree? But if he doesn't, hey, I listen to my man. My dog say they didn't, then I'm riding with him. Y'all already know our brother, the man, Coach Shawn.
What up, bro?
And you know I'm cracking when you come up in here, dog.
I appreciate you, my brother.
You already know, man. Y'all see that? Hey, man, we up in here, man. That was a big win, Coach. That was a big win right there, man.
Very much so. Very much so, man.
We needed that, man. I felt like I thought we held Pavia to no touchdowns, but they I guess one of them shovel passes or something. I don't know, man. I can't tell you. But that was a great stand to see those guys go out there in the second half and not allow one single point in that second half. And before I let you go, man, everybody want to hop up in here, man. I got amp now, but they all rolling up in here. Ladies and gentlemen, special guest tonight on an Alabama live stream reaction show. Like I said, man, if you on Twitter/X, come on over here to YouTube. We'll definitely appreciate that. But ladies and gentlemen, my dog, my partner, the David Ruffin of all podcasting, ladies and gentlemen. He has the gold mic. His team had a bye week, but he about to come up here and give his perspective like my good brother, Coach Shawn. Y'all already know, my friend and brother, Tez. What's going on, brother?
What's happening, fellas?
Gold mic, what it is, bro?
Hey, y'all look mighty happy, man.
Woo. hey, man, that's a big win, man. You got to be happy on that, man.
It was.
You got to be happy on that, man.
It was a great football game too. Great football game, man, bro. Like, let me ask you this real quick: is this y'all the three teams that they gave y'all to play every year? Is Vanderbilt one of them?
If Diego Pavia is not there, then I'm cool.
I'm saying, like, y'all not gonna play them next year, right?
Oh no, we playing Mississippi State, Auburn, and Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm disappointed about that, man, because I could use another year of Vanderbilt, Alabama, man. If the game's gonna be like this, it's two great games, 2 years in a row. I know it's stressful for you guys, but from a college football fan, man, I love watching good football, and this was good football.
I bet it was, sir. I bet it was. Like I said, man, before, because I'm gonna let Coach Shawn kick it off, man. But I'm glad you asked that question. Like I said, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It's moving so fast. Ephraim up in here, young Trails up in the building, Nick up in here, Steven up in here, Jeff up in here, Sam up in here, man. Smash up the lights. Jay Mims up in the building. My wife Sarah up in the building. What's good, baby? DSGB up in here, Twister up in here. Man, like I said, man, I ain't about to hold y'all back. I'm about to let Coach Shawn jump right up in there, man. I'm still shout out to everybody in the chat when I get the chance, man. I appreciate all y'all jumping up in here. But before Coach Shawn go, I'm gonna get this super chat real quick by our good brother BT with the $5 super chat. My God, fellas, great win. Roll Tide, Tez, what's up?
I appreciate that, man. Don't group me with it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, it's good, man. But Coach Shawn, the expert, the coach, you let these folks know, man. What are your thoughts about this game, brother? And hold on, before you go, Coach, definitely shout out to you, BT, and for all my Alabama people and the people that just subscribing here for the first time, just to kick off all this Alabama stuff, y'all already know what's about to play.
By team, everybody get your roll on. Everybody get your roll on.
Get your roll on, baby. Let's go, Coach Shawn. Tell me how you feel, brother.
Oh man, I love it, man. I love it, man. I knew the offense was gonna had to step up, man. Defense played well at times, man. I'm just really ecstatic about the offense, bro. I honestly, when I look at our schedule, I'm looking at the next defenses we play. Man, I'm just I can't tell y'all, man, how overwhelmed and excited I'm about Ty Simpson, man. You know, and not just Ty, but the offensive line. To see the way Ty has gravitated to this offense, man. You know, to me, that's the biggest story of the game, man. I still ain't happy with the defense. I know they play well at time. I see what others don't. You know, they did a great job at times. They keyed on Pavia, especially the second half. They came out and stopped seeing ghosts and read their keys, right? I worry about our field goal kicking, man. And he made two, I think the last two, maybe. You know, I'm happy with this win, man. I'm happy with this win. I don't like the fact we got in the red zone so many times and came away with just field goals. Better competition that's gonna come back to get you. I'm happy. The day after the game, I don't like getting into all the negatives. You know what I mean? I'll take this win. It's Vanderbilt. Those guys are playing well. I'd be shocked if they lost another 2 games. You know what I mean? I think those guys probably be 10-2, 10-2, 9-3, 10-2-ish on the season. They got a really good team, man. More than a good team, they got a good scheme. They got a really, really good scheme that they play keep away from you, man. You know, they play keep away from you. You got to have a really, really good defensive front to kind of counteract that team. Like I say, man, I not trying to rain on no parade, bro. I'm happy with the win. But they exposed us in some ways, man, that I talk about later on in the week. You know, I knew our offense was gonna have to have a big game in this game as far as moving the chains. Maybe not points, but definitely moving the chains. I knew Ryan Williams was gonna have an opportunity to catch a lot of balls today, just like I thought they were. But see, you know what they did? They tried to roll coverage to Jeremy in the first quarter. They kept moving Jeremy around. They kept putting him in the slot. They kept putting him at the air. They kept moving him around in different places, putting him in the back. That was just Ryan Grubb. I'm really, really excited about Ryan. Dude know exactly what's going on, man. You know, really, really happy with Ty, man. You know, he got a little greedy on that first one. Got a little greedy, you know what I'm saying? It came and threw into and to be quite honest, that was a horrible route ran by the tight end, Chavis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he attacked the sideline, he really done it sort of lazy, let the DB get under him. But man, hey, bro, it's a win against Vandy. We shut Pavlik up, Pavlik, whatever the dude's name is. You know what I mean? You got your ass whipped. You came in here and got your ass slapped out your damn shoes. You know what I mean? So I'll take that any day of the week and roll tide to everybody. That's what it is. Now, if Jackson State wasn't whipping my school ass, I feel much better.
I knew it was something, man.
I was like, man, I wasn't even keeping up with the score.
What's the score of that game, Coach?
Man, I was going out there after we got out for this, man. But my partner was like, bro, they leaving, bro. It's like they said Jackson State got about 8,000 folks up there. And it's like 30. It was when I looked, it was 33-10 or something like that.
They travel well.
So, it is what a TI is, man.
Hey, man. Hey, it's all good, man. I'm about to say, Tez, man, from your Auburn perspective.
Gotta be Auburn perspective.
Well, tell me from your expert perspective, my brother.
Shout out to KT.
Oh yeah, man, definitely
Yeah,
shout
shout
out to KT up in the building, man. Shout out to everybody, Herb and Raj up in the building.
Hey.
I might well get the white super chat, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm about to say he did. He did say that.
I told you, Texas losing 6 straight, starting with Florida.
Yeah, I picked Texas to win that game.
Man, this ain't no man. We talking about Bama, man. Talking about Bama.
Yeah, I feel you.
Talking about the game, man. I don't want to hear nothing about no Texas.
Hey man, we had an off week. I was flipping back and forth.
But tell me about the Tide, man. Tell me about the Tide, brother.
Man, I tell you about this game, man. I gotta be quick because I promised the little lady that we go out to eat. So I'm on my way out to eat. So I'll be quick with this though. I remember last year y'all had this game against them, and I remember saying that I didn't particularly like the way people were piling up on Kane Womack last year, because I felt like the offense did not do you any service by not sustaining any drives. Alabama out Vanderbilt this game. Yeah. They had the ball for 37 minutes compared to Vanderbilt's 22 minutes.
Yep.
Alabama ran the ball more times than Vanderbilt ran the ball in this football game.
Yep.
To the tune, Vanderbilt ran it 19 times, Alabama ran the ball 38 times. That's where your football game was won at right there. Your offense was able to sustain drives, was able to stay on the field, and to keep Pavia on the sideline. And that was the path you was gonna have to take to win this game. What was impressive from Alabama, I mean, when I'm watching it, I'm like, man, that's impressive. That's gonna be tough to beat. Was the play calling in the third quarter down the stretch of the football game, the way that they were able to hold on to the ball, put drives together, put a long drive together. They had, I think I saw a stat where they said y'all had like three 10-play plus drives in this football game. I want you to understand, if you don't understand, if you really don't understand football, if you have 3 10-play drives, like 10 plays on a drive is a lot. That's gonna be like 7-8 minutes, right? And you've got 3 of those, you're guaranteed to have the ball. If you have 3 10-play drives in a game, you're guaranteed to be the person who has the ball the longest. This is how you beat Vanderbilt. This is textbook how you beat a team like this, that wants to possess the ball. You beat them at their own game. You put your offense on the field. They cannot get your offense off the field, and this is what happens. What's that kid named? Jefferson, number 10.
Jordan Jefferson. No, Justin Jefferson.
Like moving on up, Jordan.
Yes, I said Jordan. It's solid.
You got the cleaners on the east side. Like, hey, but nah, that kid made the play of this football game. I feel like, right? That fumble on Pavia. See, because if they score a touchdown right there, then they're able to lean in on that run.
Yep.
That football game changed drastically with that fumble right there. That was I can't even, in terms of a football game, I can't even quantify in words how big that was for them. Because you look at this game, and I mean, I know it's 30-14, but like that last touchdown, of course, we know what that was. And then if you put money on this game, that last touchdown mattered a lot because they was under the spread before that. And then when he scored that last one, it's a lot of people was upset about that one. But yeah, man, hey, this is a well-coached game. Offensively, man, I gotta say, I gotta take my hat off to Ty. Ty's pocket presence is elite, right? This guy moves around the pocket like a veteran quarterback. His accuracy is elite. I mean, he's playing the quarterback position probably better than anybody in the SEC right now. Like I have to say that. It's just I I particularly would have loved to see y'all in the run game, because I feel like Jam Miller would have just ran all over this football team. I really do. But I understand there's nuances to football, and you gotta throw some passes to open it up and all that. But I do. I mean, 22 carries is a lot for him, but man, 20, 25, 30 carries, I feel like you could have broke his game. You could have broke their spirit in this football game for real. But man, like I said, man, it's impressive. What can I say? Impressive, especially the offense. I can't speak about the offense enough. Defense is probably still some questions out there, especially with like the run fits and things like that. You put them in a position where defensively you only had to make 1 or 2 plays per drive because they didn't get the ball a lot. But yeah, I don't know what else I can say about it. Just right off the top of the head, just from just watching it and trying to be quick with my analysis. But yeah. I think the offense, man, won this game by just staying on the field. Staying on the field.
Yeah, man, that's a real good analysis. Like Coach Shawn said on that first one, Ty got a little greedy, but it felt like he needed that interception to like really settle in for real. Because after that, man, he really settled in. Been playing. He played lights out. Could have closed the game out a little bit sooner. If he connected with Ryan, because Ryan was wide open. Ryan had to dive for the ball. Wish he would have threw that more accurate. But man, and the one thing I would criticize him about taking unnecessary sacks sometimes, bro, if you out the pocket, man, just go ahead and throw it away.
Because throw it to your mama.
Yeah. And the one play I felt like that was really crucial on before we kicked when it was we had the 3-point lead. And he just ran for the first down, and he took that sack. You all the way out the pocket. I'd rather you just hand it off to Jeremy Bernard if you gonna hold on to the ball like that. He was just trying to make a play. Should have just threw the ball away. He gonna learn that over time. Like, bro, sometimes it's just not there. Just throw it away. But outside of that, man, I felt like he played great. Like I said, man, I'm willing to step out on the limb. I feel like he's the best quarterback in the country right now. I
take this as well. When
he's
you
playing the best.
Yeah, playing the best.
When you put Ty's legs on film, remember, man, what you put on film is very important for your future games, right? When you see Ty on third down, keep the ball like that. That is huge for opponents going forward. When you coach, you look at the most previous games first, and you look at the past games next. You know what I'm saying? For Ty to use his legs like that a lot on a lot of those third downs, that's going to give every defensive coordinator something to think about going forward. Penn State got their asses whipped. Shout out to the Razorbacks. Maybe now they'll drop. I bet you they won't drop them out the top 12. I bet you that.
Oh no, they drop them out the top 12. They definitely.
I hope so.
They lost to
they
UCLA,
probably drop it they drop it in the 20s.
Because UCLA didn't even have a win, I don't think, man.
Yeah, I think that might have been their first win. But it was their new coach, right? First time him coaching the game. So
first or second.
So I'm just, man, I'm an offensive dude, but I talked about this. However it had to go, I knew the offense was going to have to do their thing in this game. I'm just really ecstatic about the offense, man. Defense played well in spurts when they had to. We'll get more into that a little later. You know what I'm saying? This horizontal stretch always gives us issues, bro. Always gives us issues. I knew if we got ahead of Vanderbilt, it was going to change the way they played. They was going to start throwing the ball downfield, throwing the ball in the middle of the field because they had to, right? They couldn't just sit back and take 3 yards, 4 yards, 2 yards. They actually had to move the ball quickly, and that's just not their thing. They can do it, but that's just not their thing. Their tight end did not want to catch the ball in between the hashes. He had a seam route that was wide open. He alligator armed it. Even when the ball hit him in the hands, he didn't want to catch it. That's just not their thing, man. So I knew once our offense took control of the game and started leaning on them dudes, I knew it was going to be different. You know what I mean? That offense is not set up to come from behind like that, right? That offense is designed to keep the ball from you. And I think Tez had the quote of the segment. You know, we Vanderbilt. We Vanderbilted Vanderbilt. You know,
it's tough to say, ain't it?
Yeah, it's tough to say. Yeah.
Say Vandy. I think it's
man. I want to give a big shout out to Ryan Williams because I told people in the last show we had. This game set up well for him to catch a lot of balls. I don't know what he caught, 3, 4, whatever he caught.
Six.
But I knew 6. I knew he was gonna have a lot of targets
He
this
got
game.
6 for 98.
6 for 98. I knew, if you remember, I talked about Ryan in this game. I talked about he was gonna have an opportunity. He was gonna see a lot of single coverage in this game. I liked the fact when he played on the outside, he exploded. He wasn't jogging through his routes. I like the fact he attacked the top part of his routes. He didn't jog through the top of his routes. Seen a lot of different things from him. You know, that's why I don't mind criticism, because sometimes criticism make the tough kids get tougher. You know what I'm saying? Those routes he used to jog coming across on the dig, he didn't jog them today. Man. He actually exploded the top of the route. He caught the ball through his hips. He still catch it. He's still hugging the football though. He's still doing that. But you know, he's definitely getting better in understanding why the route has 2 parts. He's definitely understanding that. He's understanding that at this level you can't out athlete everybody. You know, in Saraland you can. In the SEC, it's a reason why you dig deep at 12. You know, it's a reason why on the skinny post you get skinny. It's a reason for that. And I think he's finding that out now that he's getting some experience. Now that he's getting a chance not to be the focal point every single last game, it's letting him grow as a receiver. And you watching it right before your eyes. I'm a pessimist by nature, bro. I'm still not happy. I ain't happy with that defense, bro. I'm not happy with that defense. If you want to be happy and say they play well in spurts, cool, right? I seen a defense that still can't stop the run. I seen a defense. Luckily, we played a team that just don't believe in running the running back no more, because when they did run him, he was killing our asses. They just love running the quarterback for some reason. I'm damn happy they did, because in those isolation blocks, man, they was killing our ass. They was moving us completely off the line of scrimmage. And that worried me down the road. That worried me for Missouri. That worried me for South Carolina. That worried me for Oklahoma. Definitely Oklahoma. If you've seen what I saw, man, you know, getting double teams, linebackers coming down, getting their asses straight Peter over at times, man. That's the same type of offense Oklahoma run. They run a lot of quarterback zone, and I know that's far down the road, but it's just what I see, what I worry about. I think I meant to send it to Brinsky, but I didn't want to be a negative Nancy so early. Did you get that video, Tez?
Yeah, I got it.
Did it play?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't send it to you, Brisk, because I didn't want to seem like I've been a negative Nancy.
Man, you know I enjoy it. You know I enjoy it.
It was so early. It was the reason why I sent it to Tez is I know he don't have a dog in the fight, and it's exactly what we talked about. It's exactly what we talked about the middle linebackers.
What's funny was, like, they diagrammed. I was on the phone with Brinsky at halftime. And as soon as they went to halftime, Booger McFarland, they diagrammed that exact play and said the exact same thing that you sent me in the text message. And I asked Brinsley, I was like, did you see the text that Coach Shawn sent? Because he just said the exact same thing that they talking about on the TV right now.
You know, the secondary got run fits as well, but I don't put it on the secondary because the secondary is a secondary run fit. Your run fit comes after the front 7. You know what I'm saying?
So, I do got a question for you though, Coach, about that. Do you feel like Kalen DeBoer is not Kalen DeBoer, Womack is just comfortable putting those corners out on the island to tackle like that? Because I mean, he put like in DeJohn Lee, I still got questions and coverage because I just haven't seen it. But as far as run fitting and stepping up and stopping the run, bro, he's one of the best.
Yeah, he may be the most physical corner on the team.
Like, and I just wonder is like if his strategy is to just play the inside run and let those corners handle the outside and put them on islands and tackle like that. I mean, it's not a recipe for success unless you got great corners out there that can tackle.
I mean, Tez might be 100% correct. I don't know, right? I just know that when you have gap integrity and you have gap responsibility, you cannot allow the lineman to Peter roll your ass. You just can't.
That's true. Because
then you better your corner's gonna have to tackle. Your safety's gonna have to tackle. I don't like how Deontay play at times, man. At times it's almost like he too lighter. I don't know what it is. I just remember, and I hate to compare people to the past, but every physical linebacker that I know, when they can't make the tackle, you get taught to at least punish the lineman. If he gonna come through there and try to turn you, you gotta blow it. They call it blowing him up. You gotta punish him.
Right.
Punish him. You can't
He's
allow
out of
him
the
to
play.
Yeah, man. You gotta punish him if he gonna come through there. And we let the lineman turn us, and it just opened up the Red Sea, man. And that happens to us a lot when we doing these horizontal stretches type deep, when we trying to run horizontally. It bothered me, man. It bothered me because we play a lot of other teams that do those kind of things. We play a lot of other teams that do those kind. That's gonna have better talent in the trenches. It's gonna have better skill position. It's gonna have better quarterback play as far as for what they do. So that's all, man. I just worry about that kind of thing. That's all.
What that feel like? You was a running back. What that feel like as a running back when you running the football, you see the double team, he peeled off the double team, and the linebacker just.
I could always tell the linebackers that didn't want to
destroyed.
tackle. You can always tell the linebackers that don't want to tackle and the linebackers that's tired, because the linebackers that's tired always allow themselves to get blocked. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the guys that wasn't very, very physical. Now, the line, I'll give you a quick transition. The guys that was just physical, like the Ezra Land, the kid from Southern, that keep playing in the league. This kid coming down and punishing our linemen. Linemen pulling through the gap. He punishing them. They hate to even had our linemen skip to Maluin, if you know what I'm saying.
No.
So you can always tell those physical guys, they come down. Like, remember how Ruben would come downhill and try to he may miss the tackle.
And you ain't got to make the play.
Yeah, somebody get punished, man. We got these guys that come down and want to arm tackle. They allow themselves to get moved out of the way so easily. And that just worried me for better competition down the road. They just worried me. I just see this as being a problem. I saw it in Florida State, and I was worried about it this game. And that's all. I just see that stuff, man. But the good thing about it is we have an offense that I believe can score on anybody. I believe our offense can score. Our offense can score on anybody. You can play zone all you want. You can play man all you want. You can match on the back end all you want in that type of zone all you want. You can roll coverage all you want. You can show, simulated pressures all you want. It don't matter. Ryan Grubb is awesome. That's why I'm worried about him only being at Bama for a year, because this kid, he putting Ty in a position to where he's prepared for everything you throw at him, man. And so I am excited about that. Our offense, I do believe, is hitting its stride, has been hitting its stride for weeks. And I think we can score on anybody in the country. I really believe that.
Yeah. Definitely. One thing, I don't think this is only. Yeah, I think he there for a while or whatnot. He may just want to be a coordinator. Him and Kellen DeBoer together like peanut butter and jelly, man.
I hope so, man.
I promise you, man. It's a blessing to even have him up here. But one thing I definitely wanted to point out, definitely wanted to shout out our good sis Latoya for the $5 super chat. Said just like old times, beating Vandy, even though we played a sloppy first half. Roll mother effing Tide.
Yes, man.
Yep. And then you know what really felt like the old days, Coach Shawn?
What's that?
I pretty much call it like a Saban drive, like when we like closing out a game. And when we were running the ball, getting the first down, one play I think that's gonna get overlooked is that third down play that Ty had to run out and had to find Isaiah Horton to get that first down.
Snag that thing
to continue that drive. That was a big play, and I felt like
that was a Diego Pavia-esque play. I was like, man, he usually do that.
But do you see the play calling Ryan Grubb do on third down? Do you see that? Do you see? It's all logical. We did not do this last year on third down, and this has nothing to do with Jalen Milroe. We just didn't call plays complimenting what we done on third down. We just didn't, man. We really did.
You said that many times. You said that many times, and you can even tell the people what. For the people that don't know what you said, the play calls that we was making on those type of downs, and I was like, yeah, you're right.
Man, it's crazy when people can play a certain coverage on you and you running the same play. These high lows, these quarterback counter reads, left and right, depending on where the tight end is. It was so damn predictable. So predictable, bro. It just make you scratch your head like, what are we doing on third down? Now you have to listen. Now you have to defend Alabama on all 53 yards across of the field. You got to defend every inch of the field. You got to defend the intermediate route, the deep route, the underneath, the running back out of the backfield, the running back on the screenplay, the wide receivers on the screenplay. You can't just run a particular coverage and be happy with that like you did us last year, right? You just can't do that to us this year. That's a fact.
Shout out to Marcus, man. Appreciate you for the $5, my brother. He said, "Hey guys, I know it's early. Do y'all think Ty comes back next year?" The only reason I say Ty wouldn't come back next year is if that draft stock is just so high. You gotta go, man. He was not even in the first round, and this is one thing I usually be paying attention a lot, especially around this time of the year. Pay attention to those mock drafts just to see where they have guys. Bruh, I think a lot of people having a different look on Ty. They're having a different look on Ty. They see he's super accurate, strong arm, great leader. And last time I checked on the PFF mock draft, they had him at 15 when he wasn't even on there, because they usually do it week to week. But I feel like he's going to rise up there some more. I think he definitely passes Lenore Sellers. I'm really one person, and I'm gonna put this out there. One person I'm gonna definitely have on this show one day, and it's one of my favorite people in college football, and that's Todd McShay. I feel like Todd McShay really, really breaks down a lot of these guys, because I'm gonna have him up here with Coach Shawn. Remember what I said, and that I would love to hear that too. That's gonna be beautiful, man, because I can't wait to hear what he says about Ty this week when he is going over this game. But I believe he's gone after this year, especially if he keep playing the way that he's playing right now. What's y'all guys' thoughts?
Yeah, Ty been at Bama for a while. If he have a great year, he deserves to leave. He deserves it, man. Ty stayed here when it wasn't cool to stay here.
Yep.
He deserves it, bro. He deserves it, man. That's my opinion. And really quickly, Brinsky want to have McShay. I know my brother, as hot as he is, will get it. I hope one day we can get Tyler Siskey on. That's one of my favorite guys to listen to. I love Siskey. He's my kind of coach. He talks like me. He understands the offensive side of the football. I love a lot of coaches I don't listen to because everybody got their own philosophies. I love Tyler Siskey. To me, he the best. He don't sugarcoat it. That's the kind of coach I like to play for, man. He understands the difference in man beaters and zone beaters. He understands us last year running high lows. He understands us this year, though, on third down. You're going to play, man. We running crossing routes. We running slants. We running mesh plays. We running corner routes. We running sluggos. We running stutter routes. We running wheels and posts. He understands the difference in that, man. And we did not do that last year. So I really respect Tyler Siskey as well. And yes, I think if Ty have a great season, I do believe he deserves to go to the league.
That's a lot of damn routes.
Yeah.
I was like, see, man, hey, man, y'all don't get it no better. Hey, man, this is why I hype this man up, man. Man, F it, man. Y'all need to put this man on y'all show. Tyler,
appreciate that.
Todd, y'all better put this man on y'all show. But we definitely gonna have some faces on here, and it may be before the end of this month.
Since we just naming people, man, can we get Michael Jordan?
Hey, man, I want to
write that down, man.
I want
23.
The first thing I'm asking, can I be a part of Jordan brand? Can my guys be a part of Jordan brand? I promise you. As much as I wear Jordans, man, I would take that sponsorship partnership in a heartbeat. Shout out to Jordan brand. You got to speak these things in the world. But go ahead, Ty. I mean, not Ty.
No, that's true, man. Hey, I think that what y'all saying is spot on, and I think that's why this is a very important season for Alabama. Good quarterbacks aren't easy to find. Quarterbacks that are playing football the way Ty Simpson is playing football right now, there's no guarantee that who's on your bench is going to play like this. There's no guarantee that you'll be able to find a quarterback in the portal that's going to play like this. He's playing very well within this system, and you don't find that kind of hand and glove fit just all willy-nilly. Like, you guys have to take advantage of this moment, because It's no guarantee that whoever you start next year is going to play like this. And I think that I think that Ty Simpson is in the same situation where Mac Jones found himself in. The point where, you know, in the NFL is about measurables, right? Right. When it comes to the quarterback position, it's about measurables. Do you have a strong arm? Are you fast? Are you a big kid? Are you 6'4", 225? Right. That's what they want to see in the NFL. That's what they draft early. The only way they draft other quarterbacks early is you got to be playing some really, really good football against really, really good competition. And Ty is doing that right now. Ty is what, 6'2", 6'1", 6'2"? He's not an overly tall kid, but he's about average size for a football player. But you know what they want in the first half, in the first round of drafts, they want 6'4". You know, they want, like I said, 6'4", 225. They want you to be able to throw the ball 80 yards, and they draft those people all the time. But man, I think Ty is playing himself into a high draft pick. Definitely. If he does, listen, if he comes back next year after the season that I think he's going to have, this kid really loves Alabama. Like I'm telling you, because man, he's on pace to what, 3,500, 4,000 yards this year.
Yeah.
If he does that at Alabama, he's a first round draft pick.
But remember that, let's
top 10
put this into perspective though, Tez. Yes, Ty's doing his things. Ty's playing well, but it's a lot more going on in that offense than Ty.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, yeah.
Ryan Grubb is in his bag. The offensive line, pass. Now I will say this: I love Wilkin. Wilkin is probably one of my favorite players on the team, but Wilkin has got to get better deep in the season on pass pro. Man, put him at guard, he getting beat. Put him at tackle, he giving up some pressures. Dude had to help him out. I noticed something about him though. When he kick slide, you're supposed to get depth on your kick slide. His pass kick slide is really, really short, right? Which causes him to lunge. When he lunge, you know, it's easy to beat him. That's what defensive edge rushers try to do, get you lunging off balance, right? His kick slide is very, very short. You know what I mean? You don't want to get too much depth and get beat on the inside, but he don't get none almost, right? Which causes him to always get beat on his outside shoulder. You know, that's coachable, but I just pray he get better, man. Wilkin is really, really strong in the run game, but his pass pro has got to get better, and I'm pulling for him, man, because he's one of my favorite players on the team.
And before we go any farther, man, y'all already know our good old Oklahoma Sooner brother is up in here. He was with us on the preview show. And I'm just happy to have him back up here because I just love his positivity and his mindset, man. A great brother. Y'all welcome to the house, Bishop. Frank, what's going on with you,
Bishop,
man?
what it is.
What's happening?
Hey, this was the pretenders versus the real boys. This is tree shaking elimination weekend. Documentation beat conversation.
For sure, man. I love it, Bishop. I love it, man.
What you like about the game?
Yeah, what you think about the game?
I like your run fits. I thought you could really attack. They were leaving the seam routes open, but I know you got more meat on the bone. But for you to do that at home against Vandy, which is a quality team, kudos. Big salute to you. That's how you play big ball.
Did you like the run fits?
Huh?
You say you did like the run fits?
I like it a little bit. A little bit better. A little bit better. It could get, you could solidify it, but understand that's so important in today's game.
Facts.
And if you can solidify the run fits, then you'll make sure that someone is always paying attention to your tight ends.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you cause them to have to pass. Then it's all about pin your ears back then. You guys made that up. That's how y'all used to play all the time. So hey.
I like the pressure we got on him from the edge. I think Jance Pierre had a really good game this game.
Yeah.
He did.
That kid is getting better rushing the passer.
Yeah.
To me, on a couple of their third downs, he wrecked the whole damn third down himself.
Yeah.
And it really helped when James Smith got back out there in the second half. They had to double him on the inside, which caused Jance to really get a lot of single on the outside. If you look, James and Tim was really James Smith, and as long as James is in there with Tim, they do well. They do very, very, very well, man. You know,
like I said, you actually got this win is actually the defense. They stepped up. They made Pavia had to drive the whole field, which he couldn't do. And you guys, that quarterback you got, he was straight in his bag, bro. He's in that system, and he
play well.
I don't know what they were saying all summer, but that kid is in his bag, and that system's made for him.
See, I put it on the offense because
I think it's more offense.
When we kept the football that long from that team, that was huge, man. And then for us to even if it was a field goal, to get ahead like that, you see when Bama got ahead, their offense changed. They weren't able just to sit back there and run all of that read out. They had to actually try to attack downfield, and you could tell they are a play action team. They're not a 3-step drop back and let's just throw it downfield. And you saw the difference. You play zone on them. I'm talking about zone across the board. They can't beat you in zone. They just are underneath you to death all the whole game. And you know, I was really, really happy with really both sides of the ball, man. I again, you know, these horizontal stretches, Team Bishop, they like y'all give me cause to pause, man, because we'll have a series where we fit the run great. We have a series where we just out there just like everybody in the wrong spot. You know, like what in the hell was that? So I'm happy with it, man. I can't lie, I'm happy with it.
What did you see, Tez?
Yeah, I was saying the same thing, man. I think honestly, the offense, I think Alabama's offense forced Vandy's offense to pass the ball, if that makes sense. Because they kept the ball so long that you got to think when Pavia got the ball, they were in 2-minute drill. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, Alabama had the ball so long that by the time Pavia got it, especially in the second half, by the time he got the football, it was like, man, we got to go out and win this football game. We can't run that option stuff that we normally win. Like, we need points ASAP. Like, they've had the ball a whole quarter almost. And it's like when you do that, that's how you beat a team like this. You have to beat a team like this at their own game. Because I guarantee you, if Alabama had came out here chasing the big play, taking big shots, they'd have hit a few of them. It probably would have been a higher scoring game. But Vandy would have controlled this game because they would have ran the football and they would have possessed the football, and it would have been a difficult game for you to win. Alabama did a lot of running the ball through the air. Right. Now you got the 22 carries from Jan Miller, but a lot of them came when, you know, if I had a concern for this offense, that would be it. Like, the run wasn't a principal part in getting these points. The run came into play once you got up a lead, and then you start handing the ball off. I would love to see them hand the ball off a lot more in the first half, kind of set up the run and some big shots and play actions. But ultimately, man, you played a team with a strategy. You executed the game plan very well. And that's how you beat a team like this, man. That's how you beat a team. Like now next week is a beast of a different color. Still a great team, and it's every week in the SEC now. It's week to week. You're gonna get games like this. So you got to be prepared. I did want to ask Coach Shawn something, man. Well, you know, actually, all y'all. Did y'all notice? And maybe it was just me. It seems as if it's just gonna be looking into it. I hadn't watched. This is, in all honesty, as far as live, this is probably the first full Alabama game I watched live. I've caught them on the rewatch most times. It seemed as if Lazier Brooks has taken Ryan Williams' role as a clear out receiver. When Ryan Williams was not getting, when that position was not getting the ball, they put Lazier Brooks in there. It seems as if because offensively they one of the things I do love about Grub is like every route matters. So like if you're running a clear out route, if you run the hell out of it, you're gonna get somebody else open. And that was an issue early in the season, I think, for Ryan, is he wasn't doing that. And now it seems like Lazier Brooks has taken that role, even though Ryan led them in catches and receptions and yards, right? It seems like they kind of figured out like, hey, this kid, he needs the football in his hand. You know, if we're not using him to put the football in his hand, we probably, you know, could give him a break or breathe on the sideline. There are other people that are willing to run the hell out of these routes when they know they're not getting the football. Is that something that y'all took notice at? Because I saw a lot of times where he just wasn't on the field. I'm like, where's Ryan?
I think Lazier is a better slot receiver than Ryan is. I think Lazier, while not big, he attacked the route. You know, you got to be aggressive when you play in the slot. It's not a finesse. The slot is not a finesse receiver position. I think Lazier attacks you can just definitely tell Lazier's played in the slot a lot longer than Ryan has. I think Ryan has always been the X.
Right.
And that was the X, you see a lot of single coverage. The slot, you don't. I think he's a better slot receiver. Now, when they move Ryan back to the outside, you see he do Ryan things.
Right.
You know, but I do understand why they done it against certain teams. You want that matchup. I get it. And you can tell they still experimenting with stuff.
They're moving him around a lot now.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tiz. I think they just experiment with it. I think he is a better clear receiver. I think the slot suits Lazier a little bit better. You know what I mean? It's just with Isaiah and Jeremy, you know, you kind of have three apples for two apple spots, so that everybody just kind of moving around doing their thing. But I want to say this, like I seen one of G Bama Boy's comment. G Bama Boy said 3 red zone drives, 9 points. Nah, fam. But let me explain this to you, G Bama Boy. I understand what you're saying, and I agree. You need 7 points, not 3s. I was getting frustrated with that myself.
Yeah.
But the drive itself is why Alabama won.
Right.
Let me give you a stat, G Bama Boy. Last year, the entire game, our possession was 17 minutes and 52 seconds. Vanderbilt's was 42 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, the entire game, 17 minutes. We had the ball 18 minutes this game in the half. That's why Alabama won this football game. Yeah. We didn't we gave our defense a short field maybe twice the entire game. We kept the ball practically most of the entire game, and whenever we gave the ball back, we flipped the field on the punt. Right? The offense always got so much positive yardage. They flipped the field on the punt, which made them drive the length of the field. That's why the defense played well in spurts, but the offense, run the ball many times we did, keeping the ball in the first half 18 minutes away from that offense. We had the ball 17 the whole game last year, 18 in one half, bro, against that team, against a team who's built to keep the ball from you. Again, they're built, G Bama Boy, my brother, to keep the ball from you, right? So even when they had success against us, right? Even when they drove the field, had success, we got the ball right back and did the same thing to them. Just like Tez just said, we Vanderbilt, right? And Vanderbilt is not, and once we got ahead, whether it's field goals or not, Vanderbilt is just not built to come from behind like that, man. Vanderbilt is not a 3-step drop, 5 receiver set, beat you downfield with all these different option routes and they're just not that kind of defense. You see, they had issues throwing the seam. They had issues throwing across the middle. They did not want. You can just definitely tell they can throw it, but they're very uncomfortable doing that, throwing across the middle like that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's where his turnovers came, throwing it over the middle. So you know, I hear you. I hear you. We do want 7 points, but I am totally happy with the game script of what the offense done against this in particular team.
To your point, Coach Shawn, y'all ran 69 plays. They ran 44 plays on offense.
And that's why Alabama won this football
Y'all ran
game.
25 more plays on offense.
It's a whole fact. It's a whole fact.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's a big difference for real right there. And let me get this super chat before I end up forgetting it. Our good brother and the man that keep everybody entertained every morning, every single weekday morning. Make sure you guys check him out at 8 Central Time every morning throughout the week. the long run with Piano Man, free pub for my brother always. For the 499, he said, great show, brothers. Great win as well. Still have a lot of work to do. That is no lie.
Facts.
Hey man, we on that stretch right now. This terrible 5-game stretch right now against tough teams. That's why I'm like, this is one of those wins. Just like last week, everybody. Celebrate it, enjoy it, talk some mess. I wouldn't even talk mess to Pavia, for real. Because I respect Pavia. I ain't gonna lie to you. At least he tried to come out there and talk the talk and walk the walk. But before you brothers came up in here, man, I said it's one person I don't respect. I think he's overrated, and I always said he was overrated and stand on it and still mean it. It's Johnny Foosball. And he had his jersey on over there. So take your bandwagon ass back to Texas A&M where they love you over there. Vandy probably don't want you over there, nowhere near Pavia. You just a bandwagon guy, man. You just over there. You probably ruined their mojo. I'm glad you did because we got the win, but you're just a bandwagoner, man. You're a fanboy in my eyes. You're overrated, and I stand on that. Just never could stand that dude. But shout out to Cynthia Middleton with the $4.
The home girl.
Appreciate you. Said Pavia not running his mouth too much right now.
Facts.
Nah, man. Hey, in the words of our good brother Coach Shawn, he got those lashes to his asses.
To his ass.
and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. Hey, if you're gonna talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk. He had his moment last year. They took the goalpost to the did they take the goalpost to the river too?
That was Tennessee.
Oh yeah, they
Vanderbilt
right
dumped in
down
the river
Broadway,
too.
man.
I didn't know Tennessee did it. I didn't know Vanderbilt did it.
Yeah, man, they definitely did that, man. So, hey, I ain't mean to take that down. Simple, you saying right. Hey, man, you got to enjoy it, man. Hey, they had their fun last year, and what a year a difference make. What a year different make. So, man, I'm definitely happy about that, man. We went out there and just put belt to ass, man. It's always good to put belt to ass.
So far, the home team has won both games in this rivalry. So it's,
well, it ain't no rivalry.
What can you say?
It ain't no rivalry, man.
If y'all was on the schedule with them again next year to be a rivalry. The only reason they ain't a rivalry because y'all don't play them next year. Because boy, this game was on there next year. Woo.
It's a rivalry when little brother wins sometimes, and they don't win sometimes. They win once every lifetime.
Hey, give a big shout out to the crowd too, man. Now they came.
Yes,
they were loud. I heard them on the TV.
Let's be consistent on that every single game. Get back to the old Brian Denny.
Yes.
Get back to the old Brian Denny.
Yes,
but that tells you how big a game this was. Like everybody understood the importance of winning.
I'm talking about from game day on, Tez.
Yeah.
That's the most people they've seen out there for game day. That thing was packed, man. Coach Saban called for everybody to come out, and they answered the bell, man. Game day was lit. It was packed. The game was loud. That is how Bama need to be every single Saturday. That was a hostile environment. Several times, Pavlik, they couldn't hear the snap. The linemen were turning around. That's shout out to the crowd, man. Shout out to the crowd. That was absolutely awesome.
Hey, I thought I saw something at the end of this game that I did want to touch on real quick.
Go ahead.
You saw a Vanderbilt team that's probably one of the most disciplined football teams that I've seen in a very long time.
Facts.
I want y'all to understand the effects of losing. Like when we get on these kids about bonehead penalties and plays that they make and mistakes. Like I want you to understand what happens when you down in a football game and you frustrated. Sometimes you just lose it, bro. Like these players from Vanderbilt don't do this. What you saw from 94. What you saw, it was another penalty that was just uncharacteristic. They don't do that, man. Like so when you watching your own team, man, and they down in a football game, they trying to claw their way back in. Give them kids some grace, man. When they do some bonehead stuff, because it's not easy, man. It's easy to be disciplined when you win in football games and you're a front runner. But when you trying to come back and claw out of that hole and you don't see no light at the end of the tunnel,
Come on now.
man, people mess up and make mistakes, man. So, and I love that a team like Vandy did it so people can see it. Like, this is one of the most disciplined football teams on the planet. But even them, in those tight moments when they saw the writing on the wall, they come unglued.
Shout out to Clark Lee, man, and Vanderbilt as a whole. Those guys, they're gonna beat some people, bro.
Yes, yeah.
They gonna
And
beat
you
some-
started coaching. Did you see the respect he had for him when he was coaching him up on the sideline after he made that bonehead play?
Yes.
I said, man, that young man, I don't know who they play next week, but they gonna have a time blocking him on the interior. Stone.
Seen the eye contact that he
You've
gave
seen
you.
it, right? Yeah, he's just right in
he
his
was-
face. Like, first he chewing him out, and then 2 minutes later he coaching him. Like, bro, looking at the point to the scoreboard, telling him like, "Hey, we had a chance to make a play in this football game."
That is not the
just lost
same
it.
old Vanderbilt, brothers.
Yeah, man. I love to see stuff like that.
I'm glad you pointed that out there too, Tez. That was an awesome point too. Because that play was really big, man. Because they got good yardage on that play.
Yeah,
and they made it to like the 45.
Hey man, that was dangerous because the kick return gave them great yardage, man.
Great yardage. That's what I'm saying. Like you had an opportunity, and
now you push them back. Then they got that penalty. You add that 15-yard penalty to it. Now it just pretty much play prevent and just send those dogs down there.
Different ball game.
Yeah,
ball game at that point.
Yeah, man. He said LSU versus Vandy next week. Where do they play?
Wow.
Where do they play?
Is that at Vandy?
If they play at Vandy, that's a scary game for LSU.
You damn skippy.
That is a very scary game.
Yeah.
With half a quarterback.
Yeah. Ooh.
Man.
Yeah, that ain't nothing nice.
Somebody put in the chat where they playing at next week. Because that one's gonna be a scary game, man. That's gonna be a real scary game. And look who decided to jump up in here. Our good sister. She all the way. She wish she was at the game supporting her son. Shout out to one of our biggest supporters, Noah Carter's mom, Miss Williams, our good
Ebony.
sister, Ebony. What's going on?
Yes, man.
Good to see you up in here. I know she happy. And I know she about to drink good tonight because I know I am because I was I was like, man, it felt like the Georgia game in the fourth quarter. I was like, man, can we get this game over? Like, can we get this game over with? I've just got so tired of it, man.
Hey, and don't trip. Vandy's defense is legit, man.
Yeah, they are.
They front seven. They got some pass rushers. They play the run very well. They not a joke, man. They're not a joke at all.
That's why it's a very big win for you guys, for real.
It is. It's a huge because I mean, if you go down with 2 losses right here, like then I'm just telling you, like the whole fan base changes. People start saying crazy stuff. They ready to fire everybody. Like losing does that. They start making up narratives. Trust me, I know. Whenever the losing starts, all of a sudden everything starts to become more magnified. What the coach wears becomes a problem. What the coach says in press conferences becomes a problem. You do not want to lose this football game. I'm telling you, because
you don't have to tell me. We went through it all last year.
Yeah.
And I still think, man, it's overrated, man, with the clothing thing because they did that with Kalen DeBoer. But the one thing I will point out, when he does put on that black, it's like he totally different, man. So I
got on Kalen DeBoer because he didn't wear a t-shirt under his shirt and he had his nipples out on the sideline. I didn't really like that. You can tell that the man had just got to the South. He didn't understand. In the South, we wear t-shirts under our shirt. On the West Coast, you
man gotta wear the beater. You gotta wear that white beater.
I'm just saying on the West Coast, they raw dog it like that. We don't really do that. We put on protection before we put our shirt.
Shout out
he
to
learned though. He ain't done that since.
Man, stop it. Shout out to my good brother Gelato for the $9.99. Appreciate you, brother. He said another undefeated team bite the dust. Roll Tide, they playing in Vandy. Good job. I seen Kim put that in there too. Said they play October 18th. So they're gonna play October 18th in Vandy. Do not be surprised if it's not a big game right there. That College Game Day will not make their way down to Vandy.
Right.
That is going to be a big game. I'm calling it now, so that's definitely gonna be a big game.
Before you get your next super chat, B Sharp, shout out to Gil, man. My brother Gil just texted me. He listening to us. Much love to Gil, wherever you at, Gil, man. We love you to death, broski. Roll Tide to the homie Gil, former coach, former player. Much love to the homie Gil. Cruz, our brother.
Yep.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. Always shout out to OG Gil,
Double L too.
A good brother, a good man. So man, definitely
I always feel good after a win. I tell you that.
And definitely Dwight putting out there and said, no, he's 12-2 with the black hoodie. Yep, man.
That's good stuff, Dwight. For sure.
So definitely, man. Hey man, if that's what he just want him to be his style, hey man, I don't really care about style. Style ain't gonna win you no football game at all. Let me get to these other ones real quick. Marcus with the $5. Appreciate you, Marcus, man. Showing hella love, man. He said LSU plays South Carolina next week. Then they play at Vandy. So South Carolina gonna go down to Baton Rouge. That's gonna be a big game too. Lenore Sellers. I think they only lost one game so far. South Carolina
lost one. Yeah.
They lost to Vandy. And both teams have a loss on their resume, man. And I think both of them have a bye week this week, so that's gonna be a big game next week for both of them for playoff indications. And
Gelato said they lost 2.
No, they only lost one game, I think.
Okay.
I want to say. I could be wrong. No, they lost 2.
They lost
Missouri.
2.
They lost
Yeah.
29-20.
So Vandy beat them already.
At home.
Yeah, Vandy already beat them. But who was the other loss?
Missouri.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they went up there. Yeah, my fault. So South Carolina. So yeah, they can't afford no more losses. And definitely shout out to G Bama Boy for becoming a member of the Sharpshooters. I still don't have a name for it. I'm just going by what Dwight just called it. I guess being a member. I dropped the link if anybody wants to come on and join. And before we go any farther, I just seen somebody up in here because we played them today. Shout out to our good brother Moon Rocker. And you already know the Tuskegee Morehouse Classic is today.
Yeah.
In the Gump. It's going down. Moon Rocker is a Morehouse man. Me and Ted's a Tuskegee man.
Facts.
And I'm gonna let you know something. We're gonna whoop that ass. We're gonna whoop that ass. I'm gonna tell you right now, Moon Rocker, we're gonna whoop that ass. And if we don't whoop that ass, I'm gonna be quiet.
Not like Coach Shawn is today with Alabama.
Hey man, y'all got homecoming coming up, so just wipe that out your mind.
Man, I really hate they moved that Morehouse game from Birmingham though. I really look forward to that being up here when it was up here. I could just go straight downtown to catch ski. But they moved it to Montgomery now.
Yeah, we need to go back to Columbus anyway. I got it wrong, man. The White call it the Sharp Squad. That lets you know I got a whole member.
Sharp Squad.
That's dope, man. I think you should just go with that.
Yeah, go with that.
I just got it wrong. I know I said this how you know, man. Shout out to you.
I tell you what. This SEC is going, hey, you better make sure you have competitive depth because ain't nobody going unscathed in this.
It's been like that. I promise y'all.
So
now Oklahoma is seeing it every single last week, bro. Even on the Mississippi State weeks and the Kentucky weeks. Go out there BSing if you want to.
Yep.
Look at Texas. Dwight called that, right? Texas got a great defense. We said Florida's defense going to at least.
I called it. I told y'all.
Yeah.
Dwight did too. Dwight said they're going to go down there and lose. And look at that.
Sure did.
Sure did. I picked Texas all the way in that game.
That's crazy.
I thought Ladway,
All of
but
a sudden, DJ Ladway throwing touchdown passes.
I
Like,
know,
where did this come from?
and
Like,
guess
wait a
what
minute.
was different today?
He can throw.
Running the ball, giving it to their best player.
Well,
I
one of their
believe
running
they-
backs was out, so they had
Yeah.
no choice but to give it to Jaden Ball over and over again because they couldn't split carries.
Hey man, before we get back to this game, because I know it's some other appreciate that. Sharp Squad, man. Y'all already know, man. I'm gonna drop the link to the membership thing, man. If y'all want to join, there go the link right there.
Yeah.
So definitely
Load them up. Load them up.
Oh yeah.
Load them up.
Shout out our good brother Paul T from
Paul
Skiggy.
T. Mm.
Said Archie is the weak link for Texas. Hey man, he gonna have to play better, man. He gonna definitely have to play better.
A lot better,
I
man.
but guess what?
Eric
He
D.
got Oklahoma next week, and he's gonna drop 40 on
man.
Oklahoma.
Hey, we gonna talk about
Jason
that,
made me
B-Shaw.
mad.
We
Sometimes
gotta talk about that, B-Shaw. We gotta talk about that.
We ready.
Jason
That's what my confident meter is on that between 1 and 10.
Jason finna be mad as hell. You know what I
Hey
mean?
man, sometimes your destiny is not what you want it to be. Maybe this dude just wasn't meant to be no quarterback, bro.
Who?
It's simple as that.
Which one?
Arch.
Man, he's a
maybe-
Manning, dog. Stop it.
Hey,
Oh,
but
no,
hey,
man. He's
man,
a
he might
You
be-
can't just
he
count
might
a
be-
bad
he
game.
might- hey, he might be a man that want to be a painter. You never know. You never know, bro. Like
man, that
I'm
might
dead
be.
serious, bro.
No, that boy was born with a football. He has to be.
Man,
a
that don't
quarterback.
mean nothing, man. That
Oh,
don't
yes,
mean
it
nothing.
does.
Man,
Yes,
Man,
it
you know how
does.
many people that is right now that's
I don't-
working desk jobs that don't want to
Talk
do
to
that,
it,
that would
Brinsky.
rather be
The
something.
laws in the universe
Yeah,
demand
it's a
Arch be
reason.
a quarterback.
It is
It's
one
not
thing
always
that
like
I
that,
would
man.
say that Archie said. Shout out to Archie Manning. He said when I knew it was real when he said it's no rush for him to go to the draft, and I already knew he was coming back for another year. Right after that, when he said that,
What
Next
did
year,
Arch
all he's
say?
gonna do is just
Facts.
grow.
This is what I'm talking about.
Facts.
What did Arch say? What did
He
the
gonna be a
person-
problem next year.
He
Brinsky.
doesn't. He
Watch.
doesn't.
Hey,
Yep.
hey.
A lot of
Let
these
him make
guys'
the
jobs
decision
now.
after
Don't
next
get it
week.
He's
twisted.
very young.
I'm
Facts.
just
This is
saying.
first year
Don't
starter.
get it twisted. Okay.
Facts.
And you look up next year, he got a rap album out. All I'm saying is, remember when you
Oh,
heard
my
it?
God.
Like the man ain't really wanted to. I'm just saying,
Lord.
like sometimes,
No,
bro, like
dude.
sometimes
This guy,
when it
man.
come to kids and stuff, and like sometimes the kids just don't want to follow in that like it'd be too much. Like everybody probably since he was born probably told him you gonna be a quarterback. You gonna be the next great man.
I think he's
in this
playing
family.
hurt.
Man, he
I
might
really
want to
do.
be.
I just think he's young, man.
Man,
Sark's
yeah, I know.
offense is a lot,
He figured out what he want.
Shout out
This
to my
is his
brother,
third
Coach
year.
Karl.
Young
Shout out to
enough.
Coach Karl, man. You see Coach Karl
That man want to
comment
own a
Brinsky.
lawn.
Oh
He
no,
want
no,
to
no,
own
I'm
a
not
lawn
getting
Coach Karl
service.
comment.
Man. We want him to be a quarterback. He want to
Yeah,
cut
man.
grass for a living.
Man, hey, yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy. I
Hey,
don't care.
bro.
And
Man,
I'm
want to
and I'm
he wanna
ride
sell
with the boy. That's my
insurance,
dog.
Hey,
man.
P Sharp, do me a
he want to
favor.
sell insurance, bro. He don't want to be a quarterback.
Hey, man.
He
Go
just
ahead,
Come
what
on,
you say,
man.
Bishop? That's my dog, man.
he just
Bro.
I'm
young.
messing with you, man. I'm just messing with you.
Next
We
week,
used to pick with Brinsky in the beginning of the season, telling me he's
Yeah.
gonna win the Heisman. But in all factual facts, next year I thought Arch was gonna be Arch's year. You know, this is his first
Yeah.
really year start. Next year that boy's gonna be a problem. I think he
Yeah.
still has some good games in him this year, but next year Arch Manning is gonna be a problem. You watch.
Nah, I'm just teasing him, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know, I
Oh
just
man,
like
I
to make
already
fun
know,
and stuff.
man. I already know you give me a hard time with this, man. That's why I ain't gonna even let you get me going down that rabbit hole talking about them. Listen here, man. It's Bama Day. It's Bama Day.
I got you.
It's Bama Day. I don't care about nothing about no Gator, no Longhorn, no Sooner, no disrespect, Bishop. Don't jump on me. None of them. It's all about the Tide. But yeah, I seen Kim. I think it was Kim that put it up there. I think she asked, "Was I?" We definitely still doing the recap show on Monday, as always. And then we talking about all the games, so I already know I'm gonna hear about this Arch Manning type stuff, man. So it's all good. It's all good. When you say stuff, I stand on it. And I also said something about somebody else, and he proved me right every week. Drew Adler. Whoever put Drew Adler in a NFL first round, said he was gonna be a Heisman Trophy winner, I can promise you right now, they rather take Arch Manning before they take Drew Adler.
Let me ask you this:
Facts.
Call him out, man, because Drew Adler is the only person I see appear on all these lists that nobody agrees with. Like every time you see a list, you look at the comments, you be like, "Why is Drew Adler on this list?" Like everybody's saying it. Who
Don't
is
make
this
no
man
sense.
on this list?
Like, bro,
Who
like,
is
dude,
that?
I just be like, F the measurables, bro. Like, what are you saying?
Yeah,
Like, what are you saying? Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro. Sometimes it's just not that hard to just look at a prospect and just be like, he is not it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now I don't know why they just be doing this. It made me feel like I can do their job.
Because well, here's the thing. Like I think what happens is a lot of coaches. The reason why coaches fall in love with measurables is because they feel like they're the best coaches in the world. They feel like they can fix this guy. So you see a guy like Drew Adler who's 6'4", 6'5", strong arm, all the measurables in the world. If you're a coach, you're looking like, oh, I can fix all his problems. You know what I mean? He's got everything else. All I got to do is get in his head and fix his problems. But it don't ever be that easy. You know what I mean?
I got another question for y'all. I got a question for the panel.
Go ahead.
What's happening?
Now we know the SEC schedule-wise is more. When you look at Penn State's schedule, all they had left was Iowa, Ohio State, and it was one more that was a Maryland, I think, or something like that. If James, what is the difference in James Franklin's schedule and Jimbo Fisher when he was at Texas A&M? Like, I get it, you win in 10 games at Penn State because you only got 2 ranked teams all damn year. But when you look at the winning percentage versus top 10 teams, what is the difference in Texas A&M Jimbo Fisher and Penn State James Franklin?
The only difference I can point to is that Texas A&M during that time was insanely more talented than what Penn State is right now, as far as like composite scores and draft wise.
Maybe
like
young talent, maybe young.
A lot of them guys.
I somewhat agree with that. But go ahead.
But I'm talking about winning.
Yeah.
No.
I think they get saved by being in the Big Ten. That's being out there, having that type of schedule versus SEC.
Bishop, that's what I was looking for. That is what saved these Penn State people every single year. You just got beat by UCLA, a team that ain't got to win all damn year, right? Like, that's crazy. Come on, man. And some fool somewhere is going. I promise you. I'm gonna show y'all how biased this system is. They're gonna have You watch, bro.
What are they right now?
They gonna have Penn State somewhere lingering around there. If they get a big win, they're gonna boost their ass right back up there somewhere, man. They love Penn State. I don't know why. I'm like Brinsky. I don't know why.
It's brands. Oh, that's the problem with AP Bowl. They respect brands more than what you put on the field.
Facts.
Penn State's a big brand, and they always gonna get in the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
that's who it was, Link. Not Maryland. It was Indiana. That's who it was.
I do not see them. Like, I will be stunned if Penn State is even past the top 20.
Where are they ranked now? When they like number
based on
top 5? I know, right? They were a top 5 team in the country.
I don't think they were top 5.
Well, they lost to Oregon, so they may have been like 8, something like that.
2 lost Penn State team. They won't fall under 20.
Link said they were 7.
Okay, 7.
They won't fall under 20.
They are under 20, or they're not in the rankings.
Right. I think they fall out.
If I was ranking these teams, they wouldn't be ranked. But the AP voters
will fall out.
Rank these teams.
I'm glad you said
they're gonna
that,
be like
10.
18.
I'm glad you said that, Tens, because you have the most credible rankings when it comes to the SEC, as you claim, which is for the last 2 weeks. I just want to point out my Alabama Crimson Tide. Shout out to KB, because that's how he has said my Alabama Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
Beat I believe, your top teams both
True.
weeks. I just want to see something different this week, and I don't want to hear that mumbo jumbo bull jive.
Hey man, listen.
We ain't there yet. I just said I didn't want to just throwing it out there.
I just want to tell you this: the rankings are open for everybody. Right? The only reason that it's just me and Nick is because Nick the only one that come. So it's always 2 Auburn fans. The rankings are open for everybody. And I rank teams, like I said, I rank teams based on what they put on the field. Y'all had a big win today.
We're gonna see.
Another excuse me.
You'll be ranked accordingly.
Another big win. At least
Another I said another big win, but you also had a big loss.
That's cool.
Okay.
Ain't nobody got too big a wins.
So what happens when Florida State beat Miami tonight?
Well, no school has had two bigger wins than us
teams
in the country.
No
school in the country has 2 bigger wins than us. No school.
Probably not. Now that I can think of it. Probably not.
Yeah,
I know. No, but okay. But you wanted us to rank y'all last week like y'all had those 2 big wins, and you hadn't. You just had one. You had one big win and a big loss.
The biggest win in college football.
But you also had a big loss. We put you middle of the road. Now you win. You go to the. This takes you to the top. More than likely. I don't know. I might not get the first pick.
Man, only thing I'm saying, man, I just need to see more consistent play on y'all because I heard
it's not going to be consistent because
okay.
It's going to be a whole bunch of
when it comes
like,
to y'all criteria.
It's always going to be.
I just don't like the criteria sometimes.
Can I ask y'all something?
Go ahead.
Okay,
brother.
Everybody's been liking Oregon and Ohio State. Compare their schedule to the SEC. How are they still number 1?
You said Oregon, Ohio State.
That's been my thing. I've been on this soapbox since I was on Karl's show, bro. This is why I was never a fan of conference champs. I was getting an automatic bid. I've never been a fan of that. I get it. You win your conference, you want to be rewarded, right? But just because you won said conference, that don't necessarily mean you better than our 3rd place team. It just doesn't mean that, right? I've watched conference champs before play other teams that weren't conference champs get beat by 30. You know what I mean? Your conference is not as tough as that conference. To me, Boise State shouldn't even been. I don't know why they was in the playoffs last year. You know what I mean? Indiana. You know, I'm just not for that conference champ stuff because all conferences are not equal. Just because you won I would love to see Indiana last year play Ole Miss, a team that didn't make the playoffs. I would put money that Ole Miss would whip their asses last year, right?
At their house.
Yes, bro. So
probably so.
I don't care about that conference champ stuff, man, because to me, some conferences are just not as good as other conferences, man. It's just what it is.
Yeah,
I agree. Now, I
and not
this.
only that, if they go through the gauntlet we got to go through in the SEC, that they'll really gain a greater respect for what we do, because it is not easy. Because you're gonna have to bow your neck each and every week. Ain't nobody slouches.
It's a whole fact, man.
So I give you this. As far as Oregon goes, I don't understand. Oregon is all preseason vote hype because this is their biggest win. Penn State. They hadn't played nobody up until this point.
But was it
Oregon
a big
State?
Win?
Oregon. Well, I mean, compared to who else they played, let me read you who they beat before this: Montana State, Oklahoma State, Northwestern, and Oregon State.
You just beat Penn State in overtime.
But this is the biggest game they played thus far.
And then they just lost to UCLA.
So does that warrant a top 5 rating or a top 10 rating? No. However, I give Texas. I will give Ohio State this. They beat Texas at the beginning of the year. Texas was the number 1 team in the country. If you beat the number 1 team in the country at the beginning of the year when everybody's 0-0, you're gonna be ranked top 5 until you lose a game. It's just kind of the way it goes.
I can respect that, but there's been some gains since then. Do you still see them as that?
That Ohio State? I mean, no. No. I don't.
Awesome,
and they're not gonna get tested.
This is a very awesome conversation. Yeah,
and they're not gonna get tested until.
Nah,
Michigan, maybe.
Well, they got. Let me see who they got on their schedule. They probably they probably won't lose another game until that Michigan game.
And they
to be
don't play
honest with you.
Indiana beat Illinois. Okay, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah,
Okay,
whoop-de-doo.
whoop-de-doo.
That's funny.
I need to
That's
see you play consecutive ranked teams in
Let's see what
consecutive
they play.
weeks.
So
That's how
yeah,
you tell.
they got
before
at
the field of the
Illinois
team.
next, and then they play this same Penn State team that just lost to UCLA. And then that's it. Michigan is the biggest game left on
So
their
that
schedule.
Illinois game is going to be their top billing.
Yeah. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think this schedule is tough by any stretch, but I'm saying thus far they beat Texas and then they played a bunch of cupcakes. There's not a lot of
Right,
SEC
no.
teams outside of Alabama actually who have 2 big wins. They have 1 big win, so they're right along through 5 weeks with about 85% of the SEC right now. So
Alabama has beat two
Dang.
top 15 teams
Yeah,
in
that-
consecutive weeks.
yeah, that's what
Nobody
I'm
else in
saying.
the country has done that.
Yeah, nobody
but
else has
check-
2 big wins like that.
Yeah,
But if you look
but check this out.
their schedule and then look at
Right.
what's this? I don't know.
But that's what I was saying
Missouri?
is that I think the Big Ten actually has become the Big 12 because when we came from there, where you could go through it and you'll look real good. Your record will look real good until you get to the playoffs, and then it's tree shaking elimination, and then it really tells on you if you have to play the type of competition to where you have some skin in the game.
Yeah. But I'll tell
give
you
Miami
this.
some love. Miami did beat Notre Dame and Texas A&M, even though it wasn't consecutive weeks. They did beat both of those teams.
I tell you what, it from an SEC
No, they
standpoint,
Yes, they
we
did.
gotta win. We gotta win this playoff, right? When these SEC teams got to win this 12-team playoffs, or else this is gonna keep happening. They're gonna keep saying it over and over and over again. As long as Ohio State show up come playoff time, and they look like a juggernaut, and they win these playoff matchups, they always gonna have this case. We
But
got to
here
go
it-
out there from
But
the
here
SEC.
it is, though, Tez, just like last year. They want to keep those teams at the top so they can get home field advantage.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They want Tennessee to have to go up there and play. They want Alabama to have to go to Penn State and have to play. They don't want to come down. They've had 13 years of coming down here to the South, getting their asses whipped. They want you to go up there and
Yeah.
20 negative 20 to
Hey, but
below.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
that's the task at hand, right?
And I think
You got to think about how we started this whole thing with conference championships in the beginning. Was Alabama beating a team that they had no business beating. Nobody even wanted them to play it. So like we have to overcome these odds that they placing on the SEC if we ever want the respect from those people that make those lists and accounts. We got to
attention to
win
the
this playoff.
Pay attention to the rankings. They want those Big Ten teams to be higher ranked so they'll get
for
the
sure.
home field advantages. That's facts.
For sure.
Because I believe last year, and that's what I was telling Piano Man, like when Tennessee went up to Ohio State, I was like, man, it's a different type of cold up there in Ohio, man. I'm trying to tell you, dog, but he didn't want to believe me. I said if they came down and played at Neyland Stadium,
Might have been a little different.
It'd been different.
it would have been totally different. You would have seen a big difference in that game. Like these games matter where they played it. I don't believe if you telling me that Ohio State has to go in and go play Georgia for a playoff game down there in there, I don't expect them to show up big in that game.
Yeah.
And we seen how Indiana, but I think Indiana played at home last year for their playoff game. But we seen when a big dog come in there, and we see how they just got ran off the field. I just think Indiana is just one of those teams, man. They just super overrated. They're not playing nobody, they're just playing cupcake teams. And then when they say, "Oh, you beat this top 10 Illinois team," Illinois,
I know.
F out of here.
And then you won't play nobody else good for 2 or 3 more weeks.
Man, please. They gonna say, "Oh, well, we beat Illinois." Bro, come on, man. Be for real.
Facts.
Be for real.
That's true.
Anybody with
That's why I
common
said-
sense, man.
That's why I feel like the playoffs should go off of how everybody ends. The top 12 go in. instead of trying to re-rank them when they go in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Top
So
they
got
12
straight
get
seed
in.
this year, supposedly.
Man, because you already seen like when that's why SMU was trying to win that game so bad that they would have knocked off Clemson. Clemson just beat SMU. And I knew SMU wasn't gonna beat no Penn State. The whole first round, and anybody I pretty much called all that. I think all of us called all those games.
Yeah.
But it was home game.
It was like so obvious.
Yeah. It was home
I'm
game.
like, bro, they're not about to win this game.
Home field, like there's no greater advantage as far as home field in any other sport like college football. Not in the NFL, doesn't matter. Not in
No, it doesn't
baseball,
matter.
not in
Yeah.
NHL. Like in college football, where that game takes place at matters a lot.
It's just
A lot.
unfair. It's unfair, though, guys, because when you look at Oklahoma, take Bishop from last year. Ohio State don't have to go through this. I want you to listen to this.
Yeah.
Oklahoma had to go. They had to play a ranked Tennessee. They had to play Auburn. They had to play their rival Texas. They had to play ranked South Carolina, ranked Ole Miss, ranked Missouri, ranked Alabama, and then they get LSU. So nobody in the Big Ten does that week to week to week, and that's just the straight up truth, man.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
like
Go ahead,
I'm
Tim.
out. No, I'm just saying because I gotta get up out of here in a second, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no.
But this is why like the conversation we having is why like when the whole Oklahoma Auburn game happened, and I made the comment about this may come up later about that play. I wasn't trying to just like say we should have won or any of that things like that. I know that the powers that be do not want SEC teams in this playoff. And I fully believe that if you looking at the end of the year, you're looking at a 10-2 Oklahoma team and you're looking at a 10-2 Indiana team, they're gonna use that Auburn game as a reason to keep y'all out of the playoffs. And like I just don't like it. Like I don't like that part of it because I know how this like. I mean, we all said they don't want SEC teams in here because you know what happens if you let 5 SEC teams in the playoff. You know what happens, right? You're never gonna get that playoff back again, right? It's gonna start a cycle of 8 teams in the playoff. You're never gonna get it back again. So it's like, man, I don't want that.
Well,
to
then
come
we
back.
better go 11-1 or 12-0.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all, yeah, you're not. If it's questionable, man, trust me, they will look. They did it last year.
Yep.
I know.
They left a 9-3 SEC team at the house because the team that played, as Coach Shawn eloquently puts, Teriyaki University every week and won all their
Yeah.
games.
Exactly.
Like they did it last year. So like
and the
that's what I'm
script of
saying.
schedule docket. Yeah, don't let me. Yeah.
And they set it up all year.
All
set
year
it up.
long.
Yes.
They be bragging about. You know how they do Penn
Yep.
State? They beat an awesome Maryland team. you know how they do. What's up, John?
What up,
But
with
fellas,
you,
man, I gotta get out of here,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Before you go, Ted,
What was that?
let the people know, man, that they can say what they want about the SEC, but you take Oregon and Penn State last week, which was a big game. That's where
Facts.
game day was at. Whiteout, right?
Yeah, huge game.
Alabama UGA game was still the most watched game by almost 3 million people. You know what I mean? And
Fact.
that to date, that's been
Yeah.
the most watched game. Always remember that.
Yeah,
them that.
Facts.
Always
Facts.
appreciate.
Facts.
Appreciate you,
Facts.
Brinsky.
Oh yeah, man. Always, man. I'm gonna see if John want to come up real quick. If not, man, we gonna definitely get up out of here. If not, hold on.
But hey, once again, big salute, great win, because documentation beat conversation. When you go into heavyweight fights, hey, like Brett Crawford, every time you beat them, oh, they weren't good. Yeah. Holla back.
Oh yeah. John said he want to come up here for a hot second. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Tez, I know you.
Big salute, family. One love.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll catch you on the recap show on Monday. Oh yeah. That's our good brother Bishop. And I'm gonna drop Tez channel
too.
Appreciate them both being up here. Tez, I'm gonna definitely show everybody your channel so they'll make sure they go over there and subscribe to it. We got an Auburn fan over here, ladies and gentlemen, but he always show love. And I just want to point out, man, because I didn't get to say this last time. I don't know why I always forget to say it, but Tez be doing the thumbnail. So if you see this nice thumbnail, I didn't do it. My good brother Tez looks out for his little brother and makes them for me. And it don't take him long. I think it's hard, but it's just like 1+1 to this man. So definitely shout out to Tez. And if you have a YouTube channel, he'll definitely look out for you for a nice, reasonable price. So,
man, I had to scrape the internet because I blocked all Alabama content on my computer, man. So when I make the thumbnails for you, I really have to look for it because I can't find it. My spam block will be just blocking it all. So I had to jump through hoops to do these.
He hooked me one up too, man.
Oh yeah, man. So I definitely appreciate you always, man. And like I said, y'all, I'm gonna drop his link in the chat. I think Tez, how many subscribers you are at? He is at 95. So we got more than enough people in here. If you're not subscribed to my brother's channel, SC Season, he needs to hit that 100 mark tonight. This is his channel right here. I just dropped it in there. SC Season. It's just a simple click. Bam and bam. Subscribe. So appreciate you jumping up in here, brother.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. Like Brinsky said, if you got some time, subscribe to the channel, man. And we rank teams over there right now. Got some more content coming, man. Man, it's been an exciting journey so far. I just started really jumping content, so it's been fun. So I appreciate y'all for letting me come in here and give my opinion, man, and respecting my opinion. Most importantly, man, I love that about y'all. So I see y'all Monday, right? We talk about it a little bit further, man, and what's to come. So
and D-Finn just said he subscribed. Larry Lars said he subscribed.
Oh, so man, appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hey, man, I want to see y'all Tuesday, man. I want y'all to watch. Watch
don't just subscribe.
Watch it. Yeah, I'm an Auburn fan, but I'm non-biased. I'm probably
one of the most before you go, you got to do this. You got to do this. Read that.
It says, Tez, give me. Oh, my mama told me I can't say that word. No, you almost. And I'm gonna
hold you accountable.
You almost got me.
And I'm gonna hold you accountable for that Tuskegee, Tuskegee video, man. You need to hurry up and drop that, man.
I do. You got me trying to get me to cuss on a Sunday, this close to Sunday, man.
But appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Y'all, I'm out. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
And look who wanted to jump up in here, man. Our good friend from the Bama Standard. Look, y'all already know, man. This guy's so knowledgeable, man. I just love this guy. He's a good, appreciate that, good friend. Oh yeah, man. Our good friend Jonathan Lewis up in this thing, man. Tell us, man, how you felt about this game.
I had to stew on this one for a minute. As I was talking about it on the Bama Standard, I kind of had to almost reflect and almost kind of change my perception of it, because I have to give credit to Clark Lee and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I did.
This is a good team. Right. Yeah. And it started irritating me through the comment section saying we should have beat them by 30 and everything else. And it's like, Coach Shawn, I went back to a lot of what you said in the past about, this offense and just Vanderbilt in general. Same thing with Coach Karl and Coach Al, hearing him speak on it. I really wanted your take on that too. I asked him to ask you about it. And we definitely got more stuff to come on that. But I'm actually impressed with this team. I felt like this is the first time all season where Alabama kind of got punched in the face and kind of like we were steering off course. But Ty and this team, even the defense in that second half, came together, not allowing a point in the second half. We only allowed 7 points, I believe, against Georgia in the second half. But more importantly, I saw, correct me if I'm wrong, Coach, and same thing with you, Brinsky, I saw second half adjustments on that defense, and I was kind of impressed. I don't know, maybe it was James Smith entering back into the game right after that first.
That was a big part of it too. They was able to make coverage up. Yeah, that was a big part of it. Facts.
And that first half, I saw Keon Sabb and Bray Hubbard looked horrible in run fits. I mean, their run fits on the back end, that defensive back position was absolutely terrible from the safety standpoint. And it seemed like they kind of got their shit together a little bit, right, in the second half. I don't know if that was more adjustments or they just kind of were playing the way they were supposed to be playing. You know what I mean? So that's where I kind of lean on you guys to coach me through that from that perspective. But I was just impressed with the win as a whole. You know, one thing I preach every week is I just want to see a 100-yard running back. Jam goes for 136, I believe, 6.2 yards per carry with a touchdown. I'm really happy for him because him dislocating that collarbone, it looked like that dude has been at Alabama since like 1978, but hasn't had a real chance to just be that guy. And now that he's kind of getting that shine, I'm really happy that Ryan Grubb is taking the opportunity and not spreading the ball around as much as I thought he would be. In other words, you're seeing Jam Miller and then you're seeing Kevin Riley, but you don't see Richard Young. You don't see Daniel Hill. You don't see those guys really, right? He's really leaning on Jam Miller and Kevin and Riley now that we've kind of figured that out. And I don't know if there's a more consistent receiver that we have than Isaiah Horton. I know Jeremy Bernard is great, in my opinion, the number one receiver, but when it comes to consistency in big time situations, that dude always kind of tends to stand out to me. Like
possession guy.
Yeah. He's just that he has great hands, right? So, I was impressed with him. I was impressed with Ryan Williams. It's funny is when I was on the Bama standard, I was thinking of you, Brinsky, because I gave kudos to Ryan Williams. I said he had a drop, but
remember I said this game he was going to have a decent game because film dictates what every team do. You have to roll coverage to Jeremy. That's why they moved him around so much, right? Yeah. They was trying to roll coverage to Jeremy. When you're the X, you're gonna always get the single coverage, especially when you got two other guys like that. Yeah. I knew Ryan was gonna have an opportunity this game to step up. I talked about this. I said Ryan Williams will have some decent stats in this game because they're gonna roll coverage to Jeremy. That's why they moved him so much. They put him in the slot, they put him at the X, they put him in the backfield. That's why they kept moving him around so much. Ryan was going to have some one-on-one situations in this game, right? And if you notice, they took him out of the slot and put Latsier Brooks there. You know what I mean? So sometimes you didn't see Ryan on the field. You saw Latsier. Latsier is a quicker receiver in the slot. But when they move Ryan back outside, you see Ryan do Ryan things. Right? When he get that singled up coverage, Ryan still do Ryan things. But I still say the offense. Appreciate you, Justin. Much love to you, my broski.
He said,
I still say the offense, bro. I told you the defense is going to be up and down. They're going to look good at spurts. They're going to look terrible if run fits at spurts. Sometimes the safety's not going to fit. A lot of times the middle linebackers didn't fit, right? But the one thing that, look, man, we had the ball 17 minutes total game last year in Vanderbilt. 17 minutes. We had the ball 18 minutes in one half this game, right? Brinsky or Tez just called out the plays. This is why Alabama won this football game because we Vanderbilted Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
This is the whole fact.
Yeah. And, I want a couple of takes. Number one, I'm really glad, by the way, that we're involving Caden Proctor more. I feel like football has now officially become like fun to the team. And by fun, I don't mean giddy, dancing, all that. What I mean is by you're doing things on the field that creates it to be fun. In other words, it's successful. Caden Proctor, obviously, last week with the catch. You know what I mean? Him running the ball this week. But at the same time, I want you guys' opinion on this. The whole fancy trick playish, I'm not a fan of that stuff where you're throwing the ball to one side and you expect that dude to throw it forward 2 yards. Me, it seems like we're trying to do a little too much at times in critical situations, by the way, that create either losses or it just doesn't flat out work. And it's kind of irritating.
I'm gonna definitely have to catch that replay on some of it because you are definitely right about it. Our good brother Coach Karl jumped up in this thing. What's going on with your brother? Player?
Not much, man. Just getting where I can talk.
Oh yeah, who was at the game?
How y'all doing?
What's up with you, Coach Karl?
We won, so we good, bro.
Man, I just hear y'all talking about Ryan in the slot and Lassier Brook replacing Ryan. Thing about what I'm seeing in the stands, they swapping out wide receiver combo every single play. Because they were putting Derek Mills in the game at the X position on run plays, and then they put Lassier Brook on run plays. They were bringing out Ryan and Isaiah Horton and Jared Bernard sometimes on run plays. But I'm thinking personnel like that. I think he getting them guys touches, and Ryan Grubb setting up something later in the season for maybe Oklahoma or one of those big games that he gonna need to take a shot. I'm thinking that sub package that he running guys in, and then Vander, because Vander was doing okay, this is a run play. So Vander started playing the run. Eventually, people gonna see that package, and then they're gonna be like, okay, they playing, that's a run, and then he gonna hit them over the top with a passing play to one of those guys that they're not paying attention to. That's what I'm thinking Ryan Grubb doing. It may be more a chess game than it is anything.
Yeah.
I talked about that earlier. I said that Brisket, let me tell you, I said that what they're doing right now is setting stuff up for the future. If you look at Latsier in the slot as much as they did, if you look at how many times they ran the ball as much as they did, all this, you know, Coach Karl, like I do, film is everything. Yep. Film is everything. You're right. In the future, you got a lot more to think about now, man. You got a lot more to think about than you did on a Bama team 3-4 weeks ago, right? You give a defensive coordinator a lot to think about now, brother. A lot to think about. And I personally like it, man. I personally like it. I like the criticism that Ryan faced, me personally. I like it because criticism is gonna make you sink or swim, bro. Yeah. And it points out your weaknesses when you may not see them, right? This kid responded well. I think they're putting him in more situations. And you know, Coach, the slot is a different position to playing the X. You know what I mean? You got to be a different kind of guy to catch the ball in between the hashes as you do a kid that's stuck on the outside, right? You know, you got to be a little more physical guy, and Ryan seen that, right? What I like about Ryan, I got on him a little bit, but what I will give him credit for is he responded well, right? I didn't see him jogging at the end of a dig route. You know what I mean? When he hit the dig 9, it wasn't explode, break down, and then jog the top part of the route. It was exploding out the dig. It was exploding the second part of the route. You know, on skinny post, it wasn't jogging. You know, the kid actually was running hard, man, playing hard, running hard, and actually was trying to block, like throwing himself into a guy, right? It's one of the ugliest blocks I've ever seen in my life, but he was trying to block. I give him his credit, you know what I mean? Which is different than what he was doing. He wasn't dodging nobody. He was actually trying to block. So that's all you can ask for a young kid, man. Get better. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah. And go ahead, Coach Karl. Sorry.
Yeah, see what I was saying, like on some of those plays that they were running, the play wasn't designed to go behind the running backs anyway. I think Jam was stretching the ball a little too wide anyway.
Facts, man.
When you had cutback lanes, you just go ahead and cut back and get up the field. It's you and a safety. If the guy missed, you run it. So I think it was just a few bad reads. If we made the right reads, Bama beat Vanderbilt by 28 points or better. We made a lot of bad reads in that game. We kept the game close. 3 field goals inside the damn red zone, but we should have scored 3 touchdowns.
Jam done that more than once, Coach Karl. Jam done that more than once.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a turnover inside the red zone, which is the time make the right read. Isaiah Horton is a touchdown. So we missed at least 4 touchdowns in the red zone, and then we missed the damn field goal. So it's a work in progress. The offense is clicking, but when they get tight inside the red zone, they missing plays. Even when it's condensed with middle of the field, the running backs are still trying to bounce it and not cutting back, which they missing plays. Vander running back, press the sideline, cut back up through the gut, gone, streaking. If Jam does that 3 or 4 times, Jam had 300-yard rush. But he ain't pressing that, he ain't pushing outside and then reading the cutback. That's all it is, man. It ain't play calling. It's not the personnel. It just running backs not making the right read, and then the quarterback missed some reads. Other than that, Bama offense was unstoppable today. But it ain't much, man.
I love the offense, man. And what you said is so right. I swear to you, dude. I was in front of my TV. Jam broke one time about 5 yards. The hole was there. He juking and head toward the sideline. I'm like, why he go outside for? You know what I mean? The receiver had turned the guy, and he went outside. We got to stop that, man. We got to stop. You know, every play ain't meant to be bounced outside. You know what I'm saying? East and west, brother. East and west. One time Jeremy Bernard did it. On that handoff Jeremy had. If Jeremy planted his foot and head upfield, Red Sea had parted. He kept it on the outside. One thing I will say about the defense, though, this play stick out in my mind. Remember, I got on them last time because they didn't leverage the football. Their leverage was wrong. The head was on the inside. Damani Jackson on that third down play when he came up, his outside shoulder arm was free. He leveraged the football great. Jance dove at the dude, slowed him down, and Damani came up from the corner spot and made a great play, leveraged the football perfectly, stopped Pavic on that quarterback keeper.
Yep.
And so yeah, that's all you can ask, man, is to see improvement, man. And I see improvement. I promise you, I do. Now, look, man, I got my own opinion on these run fits. I get it. I'm talking about the middle linebackers, and I get it. The safeties didn't fit like they were supposed to in secondary. I get it, but I'm talking about on short runs, on that simple off the two, I guess it'd be the 2-hole. Yeah. When Deontay Lawson came down, 53 hit him and turned him. Right? You got to come down with a little more aggression in there, because that's your gap. That's your gap. So I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, they gotta have the man that A gap, man.
Facts, bro.
A gap, B gap. You got a man A gap, B gap, because you get turned. If a linebacker getting turned in A or B gap, you gonna have those streaks. So Javier did his job. My thing is, I'm in the stand watching. All I kept saying is, the dude cannot throw the ball consistently 20 yards down the field. This is wide open. So why the hell are we playing drop coverage? There's no way we should be playing drop coverage. You sit flat. You're gonna play off ball. You sit flat footed, keep your feet bouncing, and then you run with the receiver. Do not get a receiver 7-yard cushion. If we don't get no 7-yard cushion, they don't complete no passes tonight.
That's all they took, Coach Karl. They just throwing underneath. That's all they took.
Everything they had was underneath. And then that bomb that Bosch has played where Bray jumped down inside trying to read Pavier and then turn the tight end loose. Other than that, they don't have no other plays. Everything was short underneath, dinking and dunking, and they had 199-yard passing on short shit. Like,
Coach Karl,
short pass and make the guy pass.
Let me ask you this, Coach Karl, really quickly. Did you see how uncomfortable Pavlik was throwing in the middle of the field?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. If you cut off the damn short passes and make him throw the ball into the safeties, he's not going to throw it because he don't have confidence. He says confidence is 5-10-yard passes or wide open passes. Other than that, he is totally uncomfortable. Man, I was watching the kid warm up. He was straining like hell to throw that ball 40 yards in the air. I mean, like he was straining. So he don't have a deep ball on. It's just the deception of the offense running that gets players wide open and he making the throw.
To get you out of position. Yep. Yeah. Running that same tight end down the seam.
Yeah. There's no way I want to press, man. That I would have pressed them down corners and made his ass run around like Johnny Manziel.
Yep.
When they start walking down playing tight coverage in the fourth quarter, you see start doing the football, you start trying to be Manziel. Running around, holding the ball for a long time, and then throwing this shit off of grabs.
I personally think he made the wrong read on that third down. That Damani stopped him. He should have handed that off. He kept it, trying to run outside.
Said the same thing. Ted said the same thing when we were watching.
Yeah, trying to be superhero.
But it's the same thing Ty did on third down. I pulled
there
it.
You go.
Should have gave it to Jam, and Jam would have went around the corner untouched for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Ty
can't figure that one
Ty
out.
He even tried to pull a read. When he read it, if he pulled it and stopped running and just throw the ball out to the damn tight end coming across the middle, which 8-1 coming across the middle, that was a touchdown. But he dancing around and took a damn sack. I mean, tight end coming across the middle of the field, you just let that shit rip. It's been a touchdown. He made a lot of errors, but didn't cost him but once. Like, he made a lot of mistakes. It cost him once. I was texting in the group, like, it just seemed like he was playing nervous. After that first turnover, the rest of the game, he was playing not to turn the ball over instead of just playing like you played at Georgia. You let that shit loose, man. I mean, it's football. Let it go. It's zone coverage. Like Vanderbilt ran zone all night. I would have ate that. I'm 48 years old. I would have ate that zone ass alive.
Facts, bro.
So, you mind if I bring up something, Brensky?
No.
I'm going to bring up something, guys. So you guys know that on the injury report, it states that Jaden Roberts is still in concussion protocol, right? What if I was to tell you it's not correct, and his mom went on social media just a minute ago and blasted the program?
Well, I hope they do, because Geno Vandermark be getting lashes on his asses in the past, bro.
So his mom just posted on Instagram, Jaden is not hurt, and we don't know why they are not playing him. Keep him in your prayers.
This is not helping. I never understood why people do stuff like this, man. I never will understand it. What are you going to accomplish?
So
my thing is, DJ, Jaden not hurt. Jaden should have been the guard. Michael Karl should have been starting that tackle.
Back, man.
If you're not gonna, if you're gonna put Michael Karl at guard because you're trying to say the tackle for Hornsby, it don't make sense. If you gotta put Karl on the field, put him at the damn tackle. He a better player than Forsman, period. He a better player than Geno Vandermark, period.
Yes.
Put Jaden Roberts back in the game, solidify your offensive line like you did against Georgia when we went down the field and scored.
Now,
Kept beating Georgia ass when we had Michael Karl at the tackle. The week before, we put Michael Karl at tackle, we scored a touchdown the first drive you get in the game. Put the best line in the game. Stop playing favoritism. The hell with Geno Vandermark, the hell with Booker Forsman. I don't give a damn what you promise them. Put the best lineup in the game and leave it like that. Period.
I 100% agree. And guys, just to make it clear, I do want to throw this out there because I hate not knowing 100% because I didn't create the post. Always keep in mind, we can't 100% know that she made that, but it's in my opinion, it's pretty clear that one of the things that was brought up was, why is it Jaden Roberts on the field? He was listed on the injury report, and then all of a sudden this comes out from his mother's account on Instagram. So, but because that was one of the big questions I was going to ask you guys when I got on this before I even saw that remark, by the way, that post, because I just got it a minute ago from Justin, is that why wouldn't he be starting? Because to me, it was pretty clear as day he's a better run blocker, correct?
Man,
No doubt about it.
Listen, I just spoke on this. I love Wilkin Formby as a player, right? Yeah. His openly talk about God. I love him, right? But they moved Wilkin to the guard. He was getting beat. They moved him to the tackle. He was getting beat on pass pro.
He getting beat. Love
Wilkin to death, man. But right now, he's just not better than Michael Karl. He's just not, right?
At all.
And Geno, while pretty decent in the run game, pass pro, bro, all the pressure comes from that side, bro.
He wasn't almost that good in the run game, Coach Shawn.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice without, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Coach Karl?
Like,
why
I'm
is
telling you, he overstepping on some plays. When you supposed to double team the zero, he ain't double team zero. 99 bust through Parker principle because he never double teamed. Like go to double team the zero, leave Michael Karl out there with solo on the end because he was in the 5-tick. So the 5-tick is blocked by a tackle. You double team the zero. Everybody knows that. And he never double team trying to help Michael Karl.
Have you noticed, Coach Karl, have you noticed on Wilkins' pass set, when he's pass set, his kick slide is so short, like he don't get no depth at all. It's just like he raises his leg. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? He don't get no depth. And know what happens then? He end up lunging. You know what I'm saying? And he get beat every time on the same move outside. And that can be coached up. And I pray they get it right because I like Wilkin. Man. But something is going on there, man. Down the stretch, they're gonna have to use all these guys, man, because we're gonna run into better pass rushers.
Yeah. Now, you're right about Wilkins with that short kick step, but he's so big, and then all
top heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, all summer long, he would get bull rushed because every time he get overextended trying to take a long kick step, he don't
Yeah.
have no lower body strength, so he
Mm.
was just getting beat. So I guess they shorten his step down so he can keep his weight on
Keep his
top
weight,
of him,
yeah, on
keeping in
balance.
front
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't play him right now. I knowing that I got a 5-star kid that's looking like a legitimate 5-star kid in Michael Carroll.
That Michael
I
Carroll
put
kid.
Wiggle Ford back in the weight room, put some more meat on his bone, get that lower body strong, and have him ready for next year to move to the left side to take over behind Parker Burles. I would do that, but
Michael
I
Carroll
would not.
is
I
awesome.
put Michael Carroll on the left side and put Wiggle Ford back on the right side again next year. But I would have to get a lower body strong because he don't have no lower body extremity at all. He's so bony at the bottom. Shit, he gonna keep getting bullied. So that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Put your best linemen in the game. We know Mike Carroll can block. We know he can run block. We know he can pass block. We know
That boy
Jay
is
Rob is
sincere.
a run blocker, and he can hold his own on pass block.
He sure can.
So why not put the best lineup in the game? I don't care about the favoritism, man. I'm telling you, if you want to win game, you put your best lineup in the game. Period.
And look, he's a freshman, Coach Karl, and I seen him coming off. He would help on the inside, come off that, and then pick up the guy that's rushing. You don't see that from freshmen, man.
Yeah, but he's smart enough to know that I got a chip block,
Right?
and not two-hand drive block.
Yeah.
Knowing I got a chip block, and then I gotta look and see if it's a linebacker coming, cornerback coming, safety coming. So the kid knows football, and put the kids in position to win. Because Parker was holding this game because damn Gino was trying to jump out there and help on them a fire tick. Well, who needs to help a fire tick? He's already on the outside.
You already on the facts.
kick his ass on the outside and run the ball right in front of him.
I got so frustrated, like this dude constantly getting beat on the same inside move. Like, what is going on, bro? You know, pressure coming, and you know everybody knows the best pressure to get on the quarterback is right up the middle. That's the best pressure. So
direct pressure.
So just before I know we get off, because I don't know how long you're going to be on.
We're about to get off.
Yeah. So you guys I mean, when you look at Ty Simpson and how efficient this kid is being, I mean, outside, I want to say him, Joey Aguilar, and that kid from Ole Miss, I forgot his name, the transfer that took over Trinidad. I mean, it seems like those three are kind of like the guys moving forward for this. Well, I won't say Heisman race, right? But as far as the SEC play goes, Ty, I don't know how you could possibly get. I know he misses a couple of throws here and there, but overall, the adjustments he makes at the line, like he seems so calm under pressure. I'm screaming at the TV, 4, 3, 2, like snap the ball. You know what I mean? This dude's cool as everything. You know what I mean? Back there, just hiking the ball, going through his reads, and I'm losing my mind. From a coach's perspective, from you, Coach Shawn, you, Coach Karl, and all you guys, what's your take on that? Like, this dude seems like he's just poised. He has it together.
Ryan Grubb.
Oh, there you go.
Ryan Grubb. I have been screaming from the heels. You know, I even had real players in my inbox telling me I was right about it. Bro, listen, Ryan Grubb. If you look at what we run on third down, if you look at what he do to get Ty comfortable, look at what we run on third down now, man. I just told Coach, I just called out about 7, 8, 9, 10 routes that we run on. We actually run, Coach Karl, we actually run man beaters now. We actually run real life man beaters, right? Last year, quarterback counter read and high lows. That's all we ran. Like, I can't explain to you, man. Ryan Grubb, logical play calling on third down. They calling logical plays, man. Ryan, you couple with the offensive lines play with Ryan Grubb equals what Ty's doing now. You know what I'm saying? That's the best I can. That's the best I can break it down.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're right. I mean, it 100% Ryan Groves, but you can still see, like, when you talking about 4, 3, 2, 1, a lot of time Ty is waiting too late to make that final adjustment too, and then they rushing like once you get 10 seconds, you're gonna change the adjustment. You change the adjustment on the play side. Whatever you run, you just change the route concept. put a running back from side to side, you change the offensive line call, but they
Protection.
shifting the whole offense. Like they doing a whole lot of shifting. So a couple of times one time they got away with a delay of game, and the other time they had to call a timeout.
Yeah.
And then they start getting into the play. They start getting to play faster in the second half. So by the time Vander gets set, and then you want to change the play, you change the play now at 15 seconds instead of changing at 10. So you won't have to worry about rushing. But that was all Ryan Groves coming in and changing the mentality and tie head, saying that you got to get going faster. So they adjust. We still have time to adjust without rushing.
Yeah.
That's all it was, man. It's all Ryan Groves. And I like the fact that Ty making checks at the line of scrimmage. He getting 2 or 3 reads, and then he making the checks at the line of scrimmage. But sometimes he made the wrong check at the line of scrimmage. Instead of checking into a read, you should have just checked into a regular handoff. Because a lot of times, they overcompensating. Vander overshift to one side, so at that point, you should have just ran a straight handoff and it just kind of like a counter handoff, and then let Jance take that false step inside and come back around the outside instead of trying to run his own read. But all that little tit-tat stuff, I think Ryan Groves will fix, man, later on going down the line. And when teams start thinking that they're going to run the ball this way, they're going to start counter action and coming back, because every time they run a play, if the running back line to the left side, they're going to run that sucker right. And their team going to start keying on it like Vander did, start overcompensating to the right side of the field because we know you're going to run it. And then Ty was pulling it, but he was still pulling it with a defense end or Sam Backler looking in your face, so he couldn't never shake it. So start running some counter action, and then teams can't just sit down there and just game plan against you.
Facts.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You get
no. So like, it was I think it was the first time this season where I've really understood what was going on from an offensive standpoint with Ty, because I noticed when he was in the gun, like he would move, we'll say jam from the left side to the right side. And of course, a lot of that was coming from the receiver pointing out the guy blitzing off the edge, or you know what I mean? The people needing help on the side. And of course, the fake handoff. And I really noticed kind of the concept of basically an RPO, like faking off the handoff because the dude's crashing down. And then Simpson would usually be wide open to run to the right side or whatever that may look like. I was like, okay, this is slowly starting to piece together for me on how this offense is supposed to work, because it's not that it's super complicated. It's I never coached or played at that level, so I'm trying to understand what's going on real time, and sometimes it's just like, holy crap. I'm trying not to react emotionally as a fan to, like, let's say the interception, right? Was it Cuevas just not running the correct route, right? Was it not him just being in front of the corner because he ran behind the corner, right? So I didn't know.
On that pick, Coach Karl, you was in the stadium. You tell me if I'm wrong. On that pick, it seemed to me Cuevas didn't attack the top of the route. He was very lazy, and the DB got up under him and called that's what it looked on the TV. I don't know, I wasn't there, so it.
On the sideline, you could see Nick Sheridan telling him that the route wasn't for Cuevas. Cuevas was a delay to hold the safety down and give them Isaiah Horton a one-on-one.
That's why I was wondering, because he was very lazy on his route.
So that's why he wasn't looking for the ball. That's why he didn't run the route hard. He just tried the route, and when he looked around, Ty was throwing it to him. Isaiah Horton was wide open. If he threw the ball to Isaiah Horton, it's a touchdown. But Ty,
when I was like,
Ty made the wrong read on that.
Singing jingle bells. I'm like, why you? Was that a route?
Ty made the wrong read on that because he had inside pressure.
Right.
The man came up inside. He had to roll the pocket, so he just threw the ball at the backside of Cuevas instead of looking for Isaiah Horton. He threw Isaiah Horton as a touchdown. But that comes from the guard itching the damn block inside. 99 beat Gino Vanderbilt 4 times on the inside, but give you direct pressure, and then now you got to move the pocket. So you put the right personnel and they don't move the pocket, we pick them up, we pick them off all day because they play zone coverage the whole game.
That's fact.
Man, they positioned Singh on Vandermark and Wilkin Formby, and every time he got over one of those guys, he beat him almost every single time.
Yeah,
that number 99, I believe that was his name. He was taking those dudes to school.
Hey, y'all, man, it has been an amazing show. I wish we can talk about it more. But that's why we have the Monday show.
Yeah, you're right.
So to look at this is just instant reaction. We didn't see everything. Hopefully, we get some all 22 film so we can really go in depth, man. Because I know I really enjoy Coach Karl, Coach Shawn's like coach from a coaching perspective, man. You learn so much, man.
Exactly.
Especially it definitely helps me on college football 26 because I can read coverage a lot better on the game. So I definitely give you guys that credit. And I know how to read coverage a whole lot better. I'm like, okay, I know what they about to do on this. And I meant to tell y'all that a long time ago. But shout out to everybody coming in here tonight, man. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. If you not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. And also, we're gonna definitely had a Monday show, so y'all be back here Monday, and they're gonna tell you something new that they have seen. And I'm gonna let these brothers shout out their channels, and we gonna get up out of here.
And you can find me on the Box Sport Talk with Coach Karl. You can find me here at Brinsky. Every chance I can, you know I'm trying to get on with Coach Shawn, but that's my brother. Coach Shawn put me in the line. Like, if it wasn't for Coach Shawn, I wouldn't be on YouTube right now. So every chance I get, I try to get on and support my brother. You can find me with Jonathan from time to time doing content on the Bama Standard. So, man, y'all appreciate you, Brinsky, sending the link earlier. I'm glad I got a chance to hop on when I got in town. Yeah. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all enjoy y'all stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and jump because I'm about to walk in the house. I don't want my wife tripping.
Much love, Coach Karl. Love you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you always, bro.
I may be up there Saturday, bro. So keep your eyes out. I may be there Saturday.
Let me know, bro. I'll link up with you.
Okay, I'm waiting on Sam to send my sideline pass. The shades in the sideline pass, I'll be there.
Okay. Let me know.
All right, bro.
Bama Center Network, obviously. Oh, I think he's gonna bring me on there.
Oh man, my fault, brother.
No, the Bama Center Network on there. I'm gonna be actually starting here soon. Hopefully this week, hosting a morning show at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, talking all that good business. So obviously, you know, if you guys aren't working, Brinsky, Coach Shawn, Coach Karl, all you guys out there, hopefully you can jump on sometime, obviously, but at J Lewis on X. Appreciate the fight, Brinsky, sticking on here, man, a little bit longer. I know you got things to do. Same thing with you, Coach Shawn. Coach Karl already jumped off. Obviously, Bishop, I saw you on here earlier. Tez with SEC season. Everybody in the chat, Sam, I'm pretty sure all Latoya, Ephraim, all the normals have come through and did their thing. Appreciate everybody in the comment section. That's why I get on here and do what I do. And I finally, my phone broke yesterday, which is why I wasn't able to contact a lot of people. Got a new one. Whoa. So, yeah, I know, right? So, yeah, appreciate the invite and Bama Center Network, man.
Man, likewise, man. Love kicking it with my brother, Coach Karl, man. And to my brother, Coach Karl, man, bro, we just be online, bro. You was going to be who you are anyway because you got a great heart, a great football mind, you know, just as humble as you want to be, man. Love that dude to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Same with my brother Brinsky. You know what I mean? Always have a great show when we link up together. Same with my brother John. No matter what show these guys are on, I listen to all of them when I'm at work in the mornings. Wherever I can catch them, I catch them, man. Much love to Ty Hayes. Much love to Jance 716. Much love to Coach Al, Coach Karl, Piano Man, KB. Everybody at the Bama Standard, Marvin and them doing their thing, man. Them boys always do good work.
15K.
Justin got an all-star crew. They do great work. I listen to them all the time, man. Clint Lamb, Justin Smith, Way Offsides, Tez and Nick, just the whole crew, man. You guys are awesome. You can definitely find me, man, at JMHO. Just my humble opinion. JMHO Sports Talk. That's on Twitter and YouTube.
Yeah, and I had to just drop it down there in the chat. All the channels are in the chat, man. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button over there. And if you're on Twitter, please make your way over here to YouTube at the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Hit that subscribe button. And come over here and chat, man. I always love the interaction with people, man. They make the show, they make it a whole lot fun. Like we hear ourselves talk, but just seeing how they feel about stuff, man, makes the show even more fun. Definitely appreciate my guys. Special shout out to John, Coach Shawn, Tez. Like a lot of times, man, these brothers, anytime I like really need them to come up here, they always up here for me. And it's always good to just show them love, man, because they really come through every time and show love. And I try to make sure all the time, anytime they need me, I'm there. Because these are some good brothers. I love interacting with them. And I'm each and every day, man, it just gets stronger and stronger with these guys. So, man, I love just being up here with them. That's why y'all see them consistently up here all the time, man, because they just good people overall. Definitely shout out to Tez for the thumbnail, as always. Like I said, if y'all need your thumbnails done for your YouTube channel, he literally just did this just on the fly. Like, oh, okay. It only took him like 5 minutes. So you definitely appreciate that. And we're going to definitely catch y'all next time. And appreciate that, Justin, man. Appreciate y'all. And congratulations on getting that 15K subscribers, my brother. Definitely shout out to y'all. Definitely shout out to Marvin.
One more thing, Brinsky, D-Fin, if you still in the chat, D-Fin, man, it's been a rough night, bro. Coach Al and them Jackson State Tigers put lashes to our asses.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
They beat A&M about 54 to 24, I
Oh
believe.
my gosh.
I'm very disgruntled about that. You know what I'm saying? Susan, yeah, I want to miss Susan still in here.
Ooh.
It's not a good day.
Good, man.
I was supposed to go out to the tailgate here in just a second. They are still out there eating and, you know, taking part in adult beverages and frying fish and all that great stuff. I don't even feel like going, man. You know what I'm saying? The loss, but I'm still gonna go. Still gonna go. I promised the homies I'm coming out there. And but my ass is chapped right now from taking lashes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Al, shout out to Jackson State. Y'all already know Bama State, but that's okay. A&M homecoming next week, damn it, and we ain't losing that, right? It's gonna
Are you gonna be there?
Out.
Yo,
what am I?
Yeah, come on now,
bro.
I may have to come up then. So
let me know, bro. I get you in the game. I get you. We don't do the pay stuff here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Coach Karl came up with me last year, and we kicked it, man. He met a lot of my teammates, man, and man, we barbecue, fish. They got everything out there, bro. Every food you can. Homecoming gonna be crazy. Jeezy gonna be up here. Everybody gonna be up here. Tamala, man, all them, you know, whatever you're looking for gonna be here, right? It's gonna be 50,000 folks up here, man, tailgating, the whole nine. So it's okay. It's okay. You know, the ass is a little sore right now, but we will rebound. The truth is in the details, man. We will be back.
And this is why y'all got to get him on the Monday show, because ain't no telling where he gonna be for the rest of the week. That's why I like, because he gonna be wide open. I'm already knowing he gonna be
show, blues festival, the alumni party. They got a daytime alumni party and a nighttime one. I'm going to both.
Oh yeah, y'all showing out. So, like I said, man, appreciate everybody coming through, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate Bishop, Coach Karl, and Tez, John, Coach Shawn, all being here tonight. And we're gonna catch y'all on that Monday show. And y'all already know, forever and a day, roll damn tide.
Roll tide.